was facing kidnapping charges. He has now resigned from Bihar cabinet. Earlier in the day, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar had changed his portfolio from law. Amid the political potboiler in Jharkhand, a cabinet meeting is scheduled for today. 5 out of 31 ministers who had earlier moved to Raipur have reached Ranchi. More ministers are now likely to join in.
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. Century Ply. JK Tires. And New Citroën C3.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Here is the case. A 64-year-old man, very powerful, is accused of sexually abusing and raping 2 minor girls who are aged 16 years and 17 years. The sexual abuse has been going on for 3 years. In other words, it started when this man, who you see there on the screen, viewers, when he was 61 years old, and when these girls were 14 years old and 15 years old. Today, these girls are under immense attack. And this 64-year-old man is getting nationwide support from politicians, social leaders, even some sections of the shameless media and religious activists. They say he's a religious leader. He has a status, they say. He has a status. He has a reputation. He's spotless, they say, spotless. Above question of mere mortals. And in fact, Yediyurappa, recently promoted by the BJP to the highest decision-making body nationally of the BJP, making him one of the top 6 or 7 topmost leaders of India's ruling party nationally today. The same Yediyurappa says this 64-year-old man who's accused of merely raping and merely sexually abusing girls of the age of 14 and 15 is completely innocent, Yediyurappa says. In other words, he says that these girls who say they were abused when they were just 14 years old and who have endured abuse and rape by this man 5 times their age, Yediyurappa says they are liars. The children are liars. And viewers, if I ask questions about it, and these powerful people will ask me why I am defending these girls. Who should I defend? I ask you tonight. And who should I fight? Should I defend a man who surrounds himself with politicians and other religious figures and calls his alleged victims as conspirators and tries to get away with it? Should I defend the politicians who lack the spine in this country? Politicians who lack moral courage because they want to squeeze the last vote at the expense of justice? Or should I defend cowards who hide behind a cloak of religion and faith to defend the indefensible? Viewers? Who should I defend and who should I fight? And to you watching tonight, I say, my dear viewer, take a call. Do not be quiet. If you are quiet today for whatever reason, then you too are compromising all young girls in this country who will, by convention as a result of this societal silence, this societal inertia, this societal inaction. Young girls in our country will become vulnerable to powerful sexual offenders like this 64-year-old man. I don't care what religious position he holds. For me, this is about an alleged crime. This is not about faith. This is about a crime. This is not about religion. This is about a crime. This is about injustice. It is not about faith. And should I be very direct with you tonight, viewers? I ask you, would people have reacted differently if the accused was from another faith, another religious belief? Think about it. And these are harsh and straight questions. And I will ask them. Because if there is a lookout notice for this 64-year-old and he's sitting comfortably in his palace a few kilometers from Bengaluru, and the police are too meek and the police are too scared to even question him, and even unfortunately the courts are not acting suo motu in this case, then I say tonight, if nobody else will, then I will stick my neck out tonight and say, we have a problem in this country. We have a real problem. We have a real problem, ladies and gentlemen, and Republic will question that problem. And it's time for you to question it too. My first debate tonight. Where is the action on Shivamurthy? For me, he is just another 64-year-old accused of sexually abusing and raping young minor girls. That's all he is for me. And debate number 2 tonight. What is wrong with the crackdown on illegal madrasas? Why are some people getting so hyper about it? That's debate number 2, and here are the headlines this Thursday evening on the Debate Tonight. A cover-up angle is emerging strongly in the Seer rape scandal. Former JDS MLA says Mutt refused to take action a month ago. Republic Network's coverage forces the police to begin moving in on the case. The secretary has been sacked. The warden has been interrogated. But Shivamurthy is sitting comfy even tonight. 6 days after the FIR, no questioning, no detention or arrest. A deliberate go slow against this powerful 64-year-old.
ये मदरसे प्राइवेट मदरसे अनएडेड मदरसे और आर्टिकल 30 के तहत इसको कायम किया गया है, तो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट क्यों सर्वे करा रही है? ये सर्वे नहीं है बल्कि एक छोटा एनआरसी है ये.
Political storm over the Yogi government move to survey unrecognized madrasas. Owaisi says this is a mini NRC.
Government of Assam doesn't have any intention to go on demolishing madrasa. Our only intention is to see that madrasas are not used by any jihadi element.
But Himanto is going strong on his action from Assam to Uttar Pradesh. Action being taken against illegal and unrecognized madrasas. And the daily drama between the AAP and the BJP on the streets of Delhi now, still no answers on the specifics of Liquor Gate, School Gate. And ladies and gentlemen, when a very powerful, influential person is named as an accused in a case of sexual abuse and rape by minors, it merits an investigation, it merits an unbiased probe. It merits a probe where the powerful are not allowed to sway the investigation, which is what is happening. But when the chief pontiff of a powerful Lingayat Mutt is named as the key accused, all semblance of fairness is destroyed, and it's being destroyed before our eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, we must debate.
Republic TV has been monitoring the activities of this Mutt continuously for the past 2 days, and we have seen devotees going in and out. We've also seen the cops vehicle going in and out, but no action has been taken so far to make and mark the arrest of the accused here in this case.
They are safe. You need not worry about the security of the children. They are safe. We have shifted them.
While there has been an inaction from the part of law enforcement, there has been protest which has been erupting across Chitradurga. To get a complete picture on the story, we decided to speak to ex-MLA Basavarajan, who is also the former administrator of the MUD, and he has made some stunning claims, and this is what he had to say.
ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ.
ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು
ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ
ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
ಅವರು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಕಿರುಕುಳ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಭಯ ಆಯಿತು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿದ್ವಿ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಾವು ವಾಪಸ್ ಮಠಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಆದರೆ ಅದು ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ತಪ್ಪಾಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಅವರ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರು, 2 days ಇದ್ದರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಅವ್ರ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕರೆದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ.
6 days after an FIR has been filed, there is finally some movement. The MUD secretary has been sacked. The warden of the MUD has been detained by the police and called in for questioning. Meanwhile, tomorrow the anticipatory bail petition will also be heard by the court.
The anticipatory bail is to be filed only when there is reasonable apprehension of arrest in a non-bailable offence. Seems that there is no apprehension at all, and we are going to highlight that tomorrow in our objection.
As of now, the facts of the case stands like this. The girls have been called in multiple times to record statements in the court. However, the Seer, who is the accused, has not even been called for questioning. The police has been coming in and out of the MUD, but there is no sign of an arrest whatsoever. The SP had confirmed that there is only a lookout notice that has been issued against the Seer so that he stops from escaping the country.
Already we have issued lookout notice. We are questioning Rashmi, not at detained. We are questioning her.
It is time for action. Hiding this grave crime, seeing the upcoming legislative assembly is not the way ahead. Some of the lawyers have written to the Registrar General of Karnataka High Court demanding action, also stating that there is prejudice in the way the investigation is going on. There has been several protests across the street, yet will the girls get justice needs to be seen.
Can the dirty shroud of political patronage to the accused be shattered with public pressure? Let's debate.
Viewers, our hashtag is don't protect Shivamurthy. For me, he is just another, I repeat, Bhavna, he is just another 64-year-old man accused of raping and abusing girls when they were 14 or 15-year-old. And I don't know, when I was told you want to come and defend him, I was shocked. You want to defend a man who, when he was 61 years old, was allegedly raping, sexually abusing girls who are 14 or 15 years old. I can't hear you. Your audio may be muted.
It has been, he has only been accused of it. Nobody knows.
So it's not a big matter. So it's not a big matter for you. It's a small matter. It's a small matter.
No.
A 61-year-old was raping and sexually abusing 14-year-old girls. It's not a matter for you. It's a small matter. For after all, 14 and 15-year-old girls should get sexually abused, is it, by 61-year-old men?
Nobody said.
No, what are you saying, Rahul? That is the implication. That is the implication.
Arnab ji, do you remember this news?
You answer the question. You answer the question. You answer the question, Rahul Ishwar. You answer the question. You are setting this precedent. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself for creating this precedent in this country. And answer the question here. Answer the question here. I also welcome Priya Chetty Rajagopal. We welcome Shilpa Jain. I welcome GB Patil. I welcome Premalera Sargi. I welcome Rahul Ishwar. Rahul Ishwar, silence.
He was in jail for 7
Silence.
years. Ram Tiwari,
Silence. Yeah. Do you remember Asaram's picture? Why don't you show the picture of Asaram and defend him as well? Defend Asaram tonight. Defend Asaram. Defend Asaram. No, defend Asaram. You said the same thing in the Asaram case. You said it is an assault. It is an assault on faith. You said. You said it.
We should have
You
due
said
diligence. We
it.
should
In
have
the Ram Rahim case, people like you said, how can you question Ram Rahim? It's just rape and murder. It's just rape and murder. We must not question religious figures if they're accused of mere.
We should have due diligence. We should be patient. We should not jump the gun.
Rahul, 1 minute. For me, I'll repeat today. You may cringe, I'll tell you. He's just another 64-year-old man accused of rape. Relax.
Alleged.
Relax. Yeah. So don't try to create some national consensus on it. You know the irony, Shilpi? The irony is the man now has a lookout notice against him. When do you put out lookout notice? When you feel the man may run away from the country, run away at airports. What a shame today. What an absolute shame. On the one hand, he has a lookout notice, and on the other, he has people like Bhavna coming on television defending him. He's sitting comfortably. Maybe he's watching the program right now saying, what fun. The more the cases against me, the more politicians will support me. The more people like Rahul Ishwar, Bhavna Ramanna,
He's a good man.
Pramila Nesargi will come and say, he's a good man, he's a great man. Tomorrow you'll say he's God himself. Please understand, know your limits. You have done a grave injustice to these girls. I don't know how you sleep well, Rahul. I don't know how you do it. Shilpi, what's going on? Shilpi, what's going on? Shilpi, what's going on? Legally.
Arnab, what is the message being sent? The message being sent is that the law is different for different people. And whoever is defending this man is defending somebody who's indefensible. The principle that be you ever so high, the law is above you, remains only in books. All the politicians are coming to his rescue. These politicians now have to take a pledge that they will henceforth not speak of Nari Shakti or women power. There is some echo.
I can hear you. Please continue. Please continue. Yeah.
Now, in a case of POCSO, there is a special provision with regard to those who belong to religious institutions. And rightly so, a man who claims to be holy or is worshipped by people as holy, he should offer himself voluntarily for investigation. Why is he hiding? Under the garb of religion, he is raping women, raping little girls, and people still want to worship him and support him. What's happening to this country? And not only the politicians, I think even the voters, the politicians are doing it for the vote bank. What happens to the voters who continue to support this man and will still vote on the basis of whether you are defending him or whether you are prosecuting him?
Madam, are you a witness? Are you a witness? How are you telling? Are you a witness?
Priya.
How are you telling that he's committed rape? What makes you
in POCSO law, please understand, in POCSO there is a presumption. There is a presumption. The moment there is a complaint from a minor, there is a presumption that you have culpable mind.
What nonsense?
He has to defend himself.
You didn't put
there is a witness.
Yes, has to be filed against you for defaming.
And she alone is enough. There need not be another witness in a rape case.
Are you the witness? Tell me, are you the witness? If you are the witness, tell me.
The victim.
Are you the witness? How dare you say?
In a rape case, you don't need independent corroboration. Please read the law. The witness is enough. Her statement is enough.
Have you seen the victim being raped?
Once there is an FIR, there is
no
a
one will be safe.
So Pramila, 1 minute. Pramila Nesargi, the problem with you is, and don't mind my saying it, you're very senior today. I'll tell you something. You and Bhavna Ramanna and Rahul Ishwar have all become blind. You're not blind, you're pretending to be blind. You are pretending to be blind. You are pretending to be blind because, Bhavna, I have a question to ask you. You are quiet today when Pramila Nesargi is saying this. I have a question for you. You take my question first.
part of the
You take my
administration.
question first. Take my question first, Bhavna.
What did he take those girls and keep him in his house for 2 days? Who gave him the...
1 minute. Bhavna, I don't understand your logic. 2 girls, aged 14 and 15, when they are 14, 15, 16 years old, okay, when they're just adolescents, are being raped and abused by a very, very powerful 61-year-old man. When he's 61 years old, he does it. When he's 62 years old, he does it. When he's 63-year-old and the girl is 16 years old, he allegedly, 1 minute, one minute, Bhavna, let me describe. You don't want to hear this, do you? But I will make you hear it. When he's 64-year-old and the girl is 16-year-old, he is allegedly raping and sexually abusing someone who is under his physical care. The girl runs out. 2 girls run out, say, we will not face this anymore. We have to protect ourselves. And when they run out, somebody supports them. You come on television to say, who is the person who supports them? Who is the person who supports them? How dare you support these girls? How dare victims of rape and sexual abuse get any support?
Association with the Matha all through. Then he was thrown out for a while. And then now he has taken back in the last 2 years or 2.5 years now. And then, at all, he is part of the administration. What was he doing all these days?
Okay. So Bhavna, have you... No, 1 minute. Bhavna, listen to me. I have a question for you. I cannot show you the light, but I will tell you that you are pretending to be blind on this program. You are telling me there is some internal politics of this mutt. Do you think I don't know? Now listen to me. Yes, there is internal politics of the mutt. The fact is there are financial dealings within the mutt. There is a fight over money between this man who you are treating like a god called Shivamurthy. There's a fight between him and another person. What is his name? Basava Raja or something, right? There is a fight over money, okay? Let me be blunt with you. 2 people. Now listen to me. There is a fight over money. These people are sometimes friends, sometimes enemies, and they fight. Okay? In the process of it, one of the people who is fighting this fellow Shivamurthy, this gentleman, this man Shivamurthy, says, I will expose him completely and I will tell the whole world that he has been raping and sexually abusing young girls. My question is to you as well as it is to Priya. Suppose in the process of a fight over money and power between 2 individuals, the plight of 2 young girls and maybe more who are being raped and abused on a daily basis by people 5 times their age comes out. Are you saying it should not come out? So what if one side had an axe to grind? But in the process of their fight, 1 minute now. No, 1 minute. If there is a fight right now, or there has been a fight between you, Bhavna, and Priya Chetty Rajagopal, and if you fight each other and in the process Priya Chetty exposes something about you, as long as what she exposes has merit, it will still have validity. You can't turn around and say, Priya Chetty Rajagopal has a problem with me and don't believe what she's saying. What she brings out will be dealt with on merit. So don't be blind, Bhavna. I am still telling you, don't be blind. Don't protect Shivamurthy like this.
What I'm saying is, the way it has been handled, it's giving away.
What handled? Handled what? Handled what? Handled what? Wait, there is a man, Stanley, he comes on the program every day. Okay,
see, what made him take the girls to his house, and who gave him the authority to keep the girls in his house?
Sorry. I'm really sorry. You are twisting the facts. You are twisting the facts.
Are the children
No. Are you denying? No. 1 minute. 1 minute.
We are not twisting.
No.
Even the institution.
Oh.
And that girls, there are everyone.
Just 1 minute, please. Just.
House. What made him take
Bhavna, I heard you.
With them.
Bhavna, your audio is very bad. I'm going to fix your audio in just a moment. Yeah. Okay. And I want to put this question to Priya Chetty Rajagopal. Now, Priya, it is very interesting. Today, even Bhavna and Pramila Nesargi are not saying the girls are lying. They are saying, why are the girls coming out with the facts? Is someone defending them? That has become the bigger issue. In other words, there is an acknowledgement even by Pramila and Bhavna and Rahul Ishwar that the case of rape and sexual abuse may probably have happened.
So, Arnab, if I can jump in, my point is whenever there's power, there tends to be abuse of power. Are you able to hear me okay?
Yeah, a little louder, please. Yes, please. Yeah, thank you. Please continue.
Yes. Okay. So, these situations have been recurring for a very long time. Whether you look at, the previous Sadhu Asaram and so many others, it seems like with high amount of power and influence, there seems to be some form of abuse, not all the time, but several times. And because these people are so much in the public eye and so powerful, it both exposes them as well as covers them up. So there is a, sort of a dual edge to that. My question, and I'm going to move it on a little bit further from what you're saying, which is, if it is true, it is completely unacceptable that these 6 days could pass, that all the imbroglio between people at this mutt is being used as obstacle course to get these girls justice. And I think it's important to remember that. But what about a very basic issue that seems to need attention, which is over the number of years, number of institutions, particularly religious orphanages, are subject to a lot of things that come out much later of terrible abuse and of a lot of very unsavory and very, very pathetic, tragic incidences that affect and scar the psyches of children all through their lives. So is that not possible that we can preempt and prevent rather than look at a situation of constantly responding to something like this and have, this kind of churning the ocean at that point? Yearly audits, with women and child welfare or with, with people in power or with even, involved citizens would make such a difference. I know I'm jumping the gun here, but I am so sad and so, it's so horrible to keep hearing these stories that we just cannot be intelligent citizens without wanting to know how can we prevent it. But fact of the matter, I agree with you. If these are proven, the fact that there's been so much of delay, the fact that seems to be so little effort to address the issue is a huge concern. And unfortunately, it's a recurring concern.
No, and powerful people are stepping in to support him. So that the law is being walked all over. I'd say one thing, viewers, before I move on. I am a great supporter of a uniform civil code in this country. I believe that everybody should have the same law, uniform code, one nation, one law. The BJP asks for it. But we will never have a uniform civil code in this country because we don't even have a uniform application of the law for the powerful and the powerless. We have created a situation today where powerful will get tremendous support. And on the one side, you're talking about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. And a BJP leader in Jharkhand was using hot iron rods to torture her domestic help, and the Republic had to make a noise for her to be arrested. And ironically, a woman in charge of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao was carrying out this torture. And the same Yediyurappa who talks about Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao is basically saying that girls who are 14 and 15-year-old who are getting raped and sexually abused by a 61-year-old man, that we must never trust those, their version should never be trusted. Because a 61-year-old man is required to get Yediyurappa some votes. What a crying shame in this country. We have, and people like Rahul Ishwar will come and say, I'm going to get a few tweets and retweets. That's what Vikraman is on the debate. Rahul Ishwar wants a few retweets. He wants to become popular. Maybe he wants to fight the elections tomorrow on the carcass of justice. That's what he wants to do.
There are chances that children can be tutored.
Oh, please. Oh, please. By that logic, nobody should be jailed under the POSCO law. Do you even know what you're talking about? You're talking like a legal illiterate.
Due diligence.
Illiterate. You're talking like an illegal illiterate.
We are only urging for due diligence.
I'm here
7 years of a life is lost for a...
1 minute. Vikraman. Vikraman is on. Vikraman.
Arnab, can I come in?
Yes, please, Vikraman.
Can I come in, Arnab? What is this? Why you invited me for the debate and you say I'm here for retweets and tweets? What is this? And
that was a reference to Rahul Ishwar, Vikraman, so please don't try to play victim. I was talking about Rahul Ishwar.
Okay. I'm really glad that Republic has taken up this issue. The media has woken up from the long, deep slumber of the horrors of the BJP. The BJP is double-tongued in all its nature, in all its whatever the promises they have given. They say Beti Bachao, Beti Andolon. I don't even know what does that mean. But something related to girl child. Yeah, some girl children. And the same in charge of that particular scheme has been involved in the harassment of a tribal woman. Just 1.5 months after a tribal is made the president of this country. And what kind of shame, this is a shame on the people of this country, because they have voted, 36% of people have voted BJP to power. The BJP, a double-tongued sword, like it has not fulfilled any of its promises. It has faltered on all its promises, and also it is spoiling the entire country. And see, our higher education minister, Mr. Ponmudi from Tamil Nadu, he has given an allegation today. He has openly stated in the media that heroin from Gujarat is, penetrating in Tamil Nadu. Our children, our youngsters are being spoiled by the heroin from Gujarat. The union government should take action.
Yes,
His order, the state minister has said very openly in public, in the public domain. See, this is the state of the BJP.
No, you stay on the subject. You stay on the subject, Vikraman. You want to make a general political harangue. I don't have time for it. You speak on the subject. You speak on the subject. No. 1 minute. Okay, let me ask you. Okay, let me ask you something, Vikraman. Wait a minute. Vikraman, wait a minute. Thank you. A follow-up question to you, Vikraman. 1 minute. Here's a question to you. Pramila ji, 1 minute. Pramila ji, 1 minute. I'll bring him on the subject. Vikraman, don't run, don't hide, don't swerve, don't divert. Your supreme leader, the 53-year-old adolescent.
I don't have that.
Your supreme leader, because you're in alliance with the Vadra Congress, the 53-year-old adolescent, who, by the way, went there, got the blessings of this very man, the political blessings as well. Okay, tell me, has he even tweeted once about this? You talk about the BJP's hypocrisy. What about Rahul Gandhi's? Has he opened his mouth on this once? Has he?
Rahul Gandhi is not the Prime Minister of this country. I am not a sporting man. I cannot defend him. There must be some Congress members to talk about it.
Shall he?
I am just in alliance with
There
them.
you are. That's the answer.
He is not the Prime Minister.
That's the answer.
The Congress is not in power in Karnataka.
Now duck, swerve,
Why is the lookout notice sent to him?
Get defensive.
What is the Karnataka BJP government doing? BJP is protecting that man,
Oh, so only the BJP should have a political conscience in this country.
That man. Why don't you talk about it?
I have spoken about it before you. I don't need prompting. I've been talking about it long enough for the last few days. Thank you.
If he is the Chief Minister, then resign. Then BJP ministry can resign and go. Let the Congress take over. Then you can accuse Rahul Gandhi or Congress or whoever. BJP has no acumen to even run this country. In Karnataka, BJP government is there.
Vikraman, I don't need lectures from you. I don't need lectures from you. I need an answer. I don't need these lectures from you. I need an answer. I need an answer.
Arnab, why do you bring politics?
Such blatant politicization.
Ask him to confront.
I'm not giving lectures. I'm asking you straightly, direct questions to you.
Talk all about the politics.
Why you bring Rahul Gandhi here? Rahul Gandhi is not a Prime Minister of this country.
Viewers, one point is this. I now want to bring in GB Patil. He's a very powerful man from the Lingayat community. He is the National General Secretary of the Jagatika Lingayat Mahasabha. Mr. Patil, welcome. Opposite him, I have Mr. Stanley. I have Mr. Stanley opposite him, who represents the NGO which brought the girls and has been giving them support and advice.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity to come and discuss here. In fact, I would like to mention here, there are two separate cases are here. Why it is being mixed? One is between administrator and the share, and one is the victim and the alleged rapist. Why they are mixing these two? They are the two separate entity. They are two separate cases. And why the learned panel is mixing these? I fail to understand, because FOCSO, as per FOCSO Act, they are supposed to be arrested within a limited time, which is not happening since almost 6 days. I don't know what is happening. 7 days. as you already said, that Beti Batao, Bachao, Beti Padao, is it this kind of Beti Padao, Beti Bachao is happening in this country? Or do they these girls are from, if they are downtrodden, they are not supposed to get any justice from this country, judiciary or either investigating authority? I am afraid investigating authority should, first of all, they should investigate properly, then go to the court. Before investigating, they are just saying court should intervene. What court should intervene? When this investigation authority submits the report, then only court comes into picture. What is happening here, sir? I fail to understand. Why you are calling the JDS Supremo, or Congress, or BJP? It has nothing to do with all the politicians. This is politician versus the people of Karnataka. This is a politician versus the Dalit Mahile. That small girls. What is happening? I have been noticing you since almost a decade that you have been fighting with this kind of narratives since beginning. I am really happy that you have taken up the case. It should be thoroughly investigated, and the law should bring the culprit into the books. Whether we pray because we respect the Seer, it doesn't mean that he can get away with that. What is the Lingayat Dharma? Lingayat Dharma is the prospective Dharma. Here there is there is nothing. 100 castes are in Karnataka. They are all Lingayats. They are coming under Lingayat Dharma. Why only Seer is Lingayat? That Dalit girls are not Lingayat. Who said? Do they not want the Dalit votes? Why they are bothered about votes? First of all, they should bother about the law and order situation. Heinous crime has happened, and it should be investigated thoroughly. Then report should be submitted to the court. Then court will take action. Before doing all these things, you have been accusing court should come into the picture. I am sorry, learned advocate Pramila Madam. I just fail to understand what you said. Do you have the this thing? What do you call Sakshi?
I am sorry.
There will not be any Sakshi for rapist, madam. There will not be any Sakshi for rapist. You are so senior advocate. There will not be any rapist. There will not be any Sakshi. Any this thing for rapist. I think what he is telling, I don't know.
Arnab?
No, Miss Nesargi, you understand this. And Bhavna, I request you to reevaluate your position. If you feel today...
You are not allowing me to speak.
If you feel, one minute. Pramila and Bhavna ji. Pramila ji and Bhavna ji. Pramila ji and Bhavna ji. You may be. No, I'll tell you one thing. Pramila ji and Bhavna ji, you may think today that the Lingayat community and large numbers of people and the people of Karnataka are supporting Shivamurthy. Let me tell you, if I open the phone lines and I ask the people of Karnataka who they support, I can tell you, Bhavna, they are supporting the young girls. They are opposing you. They are opposing Shivamurthy. They are for justice.
No, your imagination. Imagination. It is not the truth.
What's the
imagination?
I understood that. You have never questioned
me in the court. Who said not to protect?
Audio is not correct for Bhavna.
But let investigation happen, First let investigation happen. You can prove in the court that he is innocent.
Let me
investigate.
Arnab, you want me to speak? You have called us.
But Ms. Nesargi, I'm hoping today. I'm hoping today that you see the light. The girls have been medically examined. Their statement has been recorded. This man, 64-year-old man, what is so special about him, I ask? What is so special about him? What is so special about him that he has not even been summoned once? What is so special about him? What is so special about him that he has not even been summoned once? The girls have been produced before a magistrate. This man, Shivamurthy, has not even been summoned once by the police. What a shame!
Yes.
What
Don't
yes?
repeat it. We have heard you enough. We are repeating it.
I am not repeating. You need to look at the contrast of the treatment. Because you are saying this, Pramila Nesargi, because you think that the girls are powerless and Shivamurthy is powerful. That's why you are saying it. You think the girls are weak and Shivamurthy is powerful. But let me tell you, the people of the country are supporting the girls. They are not with
Shivamurthy. There are some people behind the girls. You are
No, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Bhavna, 1 minute, because your audio is not right. Because your audio is not right.
If you see with
1 minute,
X-rays,
1 minute, 1
you will
minute.
see only
1 minute,
bones and muscles.
1 minute. I'll tell you one thing. First of all, Bhavna, earlier you said there is somebody behind the girls. And can I tell you who is behind the girls? The people of this country are behind the girls. Bhavna said it. I said the people of the country are behind the girls. And powerful people like you and Pramila are behind Shivamurthy.
That is your imagination.
Well, there is a police nexus out there. Whose imagination? Whose imagination? You want to prove a conspiracy? You will put all your power. You will put all your power. What proof do you and Yediyurappa have?
Why don't you allow us to speak?
What proof do? I'll ask you. What proof do you? What proof do you have? What proof? What proof? You are sending a horrific message to this country, Pramilaji.
Why don't you allow?
By saying that.
Why are you allowing? So give me 2 seconds. Why don't you allow? 2 seconds I speak.
No, you are.
Yesterday, Arnab, you said that you said without prima facie case nothing could be done, and that you went to Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court held that there was no prima facie case, and they were relieved.
Please let me tell you. Let me tell you. 1 minute, Pramila. 1 minute, Pramila ji. 153 hours. You can't answer GB Patil. 153 hours since the complaint was filed. 153 hours since POSCO sections were added. The weak, ineffective and incompetent police have refused to even question, leave alone arrest Shivamurthy. What message is being sent across the entire country? The message is of a police nexus. Let me tell you one thing. Please, Pramila ji. You understand what happened. When the police does something wrong, society is defeated. You talk about my case. You forget that corrupted people like Sachin Wase and Parambir were behind the conspiracy. Today there is a message of a police nexus. There is a message that the struggle of rape survivors does not matter. There is a message that this country has forgotten Nirbhaya. There is a message that people like Yediyurappa, who are in the top 10 powerful people in this country, will stand with the rape accused in this country openly. And Rahul Ishwar will come and say, well done, Mr. Yediyurappa, well done. I'm also with you. I'm also with you, he'll say.
Here also corrupt persons.
So is GB Patil corrupt? Is GB Patil corrupt? Mr. Patil, please answer. She's saying everybody supporting the girls is corrupt. Is GB Patil a corrupt man?
I just fail to understand the logic behind this argument, madam. You are a very, very senior learned advocate in Karnataka. I never expected that to come you, being a lady. I'm really surprised that you have been protecting the accused. We also respect Seer, and he has done something to the community, society, and to the Lingayat Dharma. It doesn't mean that he can take law into his hands. And he is not supposed to rape anybody, madam. Whether he is accused or not accused. If his accusation has come and he has to step aside. And he has to step aside and he has to pay way for the proper investigation. And why people are, why so many big politicians are supporting him? Is it necessary? No, it is not necessary. If this would have happened to a small Swamiji, would you have come to this Republic TV and discuss about this? No, you would not have. You are only protecting the rich and haves. You are not protecting the have-nots. This country always there is a struggle between haves and have-nots. And have-nots always sidelined. And they have been victimized. And I don't know, Bhavanaji, and being both of you are being a female, I am surprised. I am failed to understand what kind of these arguments you are putting aside next to us.
I'm sorry, I'm not a man like you. I am proud that I am a woman. I do not want a man like you. I am happy that I am born as a woman and I will fight for the cause of the truth.
Is it the way of fighting, ma'am? Are you saying that I am not like you? You are saying is it the way of fighting?
I know.
Are you protecting the accused? You are protecting the accused.
Your way is right.
You can do that. You can do that in the court of law, not here. You can do it in the court of law.
My way is
First, investigating authority should take it. So this thing. They should file a report.
You are called here.
Then looking at that, you can do
You
that.
are answering.
Now
you
you
are
cannot be
answerable.
a judge, you know.
You are coming to
You
the
cannot be a
public
judge,
domain.
ma'am.
You are speaking to the public domain. I have a right to speak. I have to condemn. I have to
Even
condemn
I
you.
too have a right, ma'am. I too have a right. If you have a right, I too have a right. It doesn't mean that I am with the victim and you are with the rapist, alleged rapist. I am with the victim. You are with the alleged rapist, which is according to FOCSO Act, he should be arrested immediately. Which you are not supporting. I am surprised.
Yes, you are saying that even without a proof, you are aware of a Jaddu's case. I think you are aware of
What do you mean by aware? What do you mean by aware, madam? What do you mean by aware?
You know what
do you think that sexual harassment will have evidence? Sexual harassment will have evidence. What kind of argument you are putting? I don't know. I fail to understand, ma'am.
Hear me. Why you hear me? You have no patience to hear. What did judge would say? A complaint was brought. What did judge said? Hang him first.
As investigating authority is doing their job, I am asking you one thing. Is investigating authority is doing its job or what? I just wanted, I am not harping you. I pray to the God that he should come out scratch-free. I have a tremendous respect of this Swamiji. I am not saying that.
No. 1 minute. Pramilaji, I'll tell you. Maybe this 64-year-old Shivamurthy is a coward. Because if he's not a coward, then why does he need politician after politician and powerful person after powerful person to come and support him? If he's innocent, he doesn't have the guts to face the law. 1 minute. Allow me to complete. I heard you, Pramilaji. I heard you. And you said on the program a while back, and you please hear me now, Pramilaji. You said a while on the program, was anybody there when the rape was happening? You say you talk about women's rights. You are saying to all rape victims in this country, were you there? Was there a camera there to record the rape? I'm shocked that you talk like this. There is an extent to being blind, Pramilaji. There is an extent to which you can be blind. This is not faith. This is not faith. This is prejudice.
Called double standard by BJP.
There must be evidence. There must be legal evidence.
Called the double standard by BJP.
Okay, now Stanley is there with us. Stanley is there. 1 minute. Stanley is there. My question to Stanley.
Just one answer from you, Mr. Arnab. I'm just asking you, what made Mr. Baswarajan take these two girls, keep them in his house for 2 days? With whose permission has he done that?
1 minute. Just a straightforward question to you. You are basically trying to say, Bhavna, that it does not allow me to complete my point to you. You don't need to ask that question because it is a facile question. Fact of the matter is, what you are saying as a woman is that it does not matter to me or not. No, allow me to respond to you. I'm putting your question in perspective. I'm putting your question in perspective because you come from a position of deep prejudice. What you are saying to me, Bhavna, is, Arnab, it does not matter to me that a 14-year-old girl was being raped by a 61-year-old man. That is immaterial to me. That is not the important fact. But do you know that there is a fight over money between two people? And I'm saying to you, in response, Bhavna Ramanna, that it does not matter to me that two men, including this man Shivamurthy, is fighting over money. What matters to me is that a 61-year-old man was possibly raping and abusing a 14-year-old. And it shocks the hell out of me that you don't care about it. You are more interested in power play, politics, intrigue. You are not interested in what is happening to the girls. Why don't you ask Stanley tonight? Stanley, what is the situation with these girls? While all of this is going on, I want to know, how are the girls? How are they viewing this? Do they hear all this going on? What is their feeling? They've recorded their statements. Where are they? Are they safe?
No, much before that, I'll still ask you the same question. What made Mr. K. Baswarajan take these girls and keep them in his house for 2 days?
I'm concerned about the welfare of the victims. Stanley.
See, I am not here to just keep myself mum. See, this is a very shameful fact that the whole learned people in this nation are keeping mum about the exploitation of the children and supporting the powerful people just for their own agendas. It's really shameful fact. I don't know how a learned councils forget about the law they have learned during their degrees, at least. They have worked in different levels and now they forget about the law, jurisprudence. And being, first you become a human being, then we can talk about man or woman. At least you should disclose that we are human beings, we have human values. No one, not even one single politician came and inquired with these two girls about their plight, or they should come to me and see what they have shared their problem, how they have shared their problem. They should see how they are crying in front of me. They should collect informations. I have collected informations just because to satisfy my... Just a minute, madam. Madam, this is my time. Just a minute, it is my time. This media is not your property. I have listened to you.
Pramilaji, let him speak. Pramilaji, he listened to you.
Please keep quiet.
He listened to you, now you hear him. He's here. I asked him, how are the girls?
Keep quiet. Keep quiet, please.
Let him say whether you have
I had immense respect for you. You are attacking on the children. You are attacking on the organization. You are not attacking on the law and order people who are committing mistakes. You are not attacking on the system who are not supporting the children. You are not attacking on the children, on the system who do not want to have the further inquiries. You are always talking about the organization, you are talking about the children, who are talking about the people who supported the children. I am asking you only, you talk about your own children. Don't you support your children? Being the parents or being guardians, when the children are orphaned, someone will come. When the saints are keeping mum, devils will act. Devils will let the devil bring the child to me. I don't care about that. Because when the saints are shutting their bloody mouth, they will let the devil bring to me. But my wisdom works. My inner conscience works.
I am only sorry.
I give justice.
I am only sorry.
Let me clear.
I am only sorry.
This is the seventh day. This is the seventh day. Common people are acting, and the wisdom, people with wisdom, with degrees, with status.
Positions of power.
Positions of power. You are not acting. It's a shameful factor
that is the point. What is the point of being so powerful if you cannot act according to what is right and what is your conscience? And it is so shameful in this country. We have to put this kind of pressure, and only when politicians get embarrassed, viewers, this proves again. For all the big talk, only when politicians get embarrassed will they act. And they want to take a wee bit of action tonight. They want to, Stanley, 1 minute, I'm closing. They want to take a wee bit of action. They know tomorrow is anticipatory bail. They know media pressure is increasing. They know Republic is putting more reporters on this. So they'll say, we'll try and question him a little bit tonight. So tomorrow nobody says you didn't question him. Well, that's not enough. It's too little, too late. We're keeping a very close watch on what is happening, viewers. Viewers, let's raise our voice collectively. Let's make politicians answerable. And on the other side tonight, Yogi government says it is going to conduct surveys on unrecognized madrasas. Yogi's action is in line with Himanta Biswa Sarma's action in Assam. Now, why can't people look at it from a national security perspective? Why is Owaisi so communal that he gives a communal spin to everything? That's my question when I'm back on the other side.
Amity University in London, accredited by Quality Assurance Agency UK and licensed by the Government of UK, offers MBA and BBA degrees at its central London campus. Embark on a global career with a globally recognized UK university degree. To apply, visit amity.edu/London.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, आग से बचाए.
Enroll in any of Reva's wide range of courses designed to take on an evolving education and an expanding future. Reva University.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं. अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, आग से बचाए.
News from across the country. Prime Minister is set to embark on a two-day visit to Kerala here. The Prime Minister will reach Kerala at 4 p.m. Prime Minister will also inaugurate the Petta Tirupani Thara stretch of the Kochi Metro at 6 p.m. Notably, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan and Governor Arif Mohammed will take part in this function. The UP government has issued instructions to all district magistrates to conduct a survey of unrecognized madrasas by 10th of September. The survey team will include the SDM, BSA and District Minority Affairs to crack down on illegal madrasas in UP. In another development in the horrific Dumka murder case, BJP has alleged PFI role. Kapil Mishra has said that PFI link with Shah Rukh and the accused brother need to be probed. Two JEM terrorists have been killed in Sopore encounter. ADGP Kashmir Vijay Kumar reportedly news confirmed by the ADGP of Kashmir. Reportedly, one civilian has also been injured in this encounter.
Seema Patra is a BJP leader, not a small leader. Someone who is on the National Working Committee of the BJP's women's wing. This BJP leader has tortured her domestic help brutally.
Seema Patra has finally been nabbed by the police. She was arrested late last night. This, of course, after Republic TV's continuous campaign. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has reached the UAE on a 3-day visit. He will be holding talks with his counterpart from the Gulf nation, Sheikh.
As the political pot boiler of the AAP continues in the national capital, the party now seeks time with President Draupadi Murmu. AAP MLA Atishi has sought time to apprise her about the Operation Lotus.
Amity University in London, accredited by Quality Assurance Agency UK and licensed by the Government of UK, offers MBA and BBA degrees at its central London campus. Embark on a global career with a globally recognized UK university degree. To apply, visit amity.edu/London.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं. अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, आग से बचाए.
Enroll in any of Reva's wide range of courses designed to take on an evolving education and an expanding future. Reva University.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं. अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, आग से बचाए.
Seema Patra is a BJP leader, not a small leader. Someone who is on the National Working Committee of the BJP's women's wing. This BJP leader has tortured her domestic help brutally.
Seema Patra has finally been nabbed by the police. She was arrested late last night. This, of course, after Republic TV's continuous campaign. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has reached the UAE on a 3-day visit. He will be holding talks with his counterpart from the Gulf nation, Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed, and review comprehensive strategic partnership between the two countries. An encounter broke out in Bomai Sopore in North Kashmir's Baramulla district, where two terrorists affiliated to the Jaish-e-Mohammed, the terror outfit, were neutralized. During the encounter, a civilian was also injured. He was immediately rushed to the hospital. His condition is said to be stable.
Aam Aadmi Party MLAs are protesting here and raising their voice against the Operation Lotus.
Patna Museum to maintain law and order, police personnel resorted to lathi charge.
Now, after Republic TV exposed Bihar's Minister Kartikeya Singh, who had allegedly was facing kidnapping charges, he has now resigned from Bihar cabinet. Earlier in the day, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar had changed his portfolio from law.
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10. Presented by new Citroën C3. Powered by Reva University, Greenply, ICICI Lombard and Amrita Hospital, Faridabad.
Viewers, India is governed by a constitution, by laws and regulations. No one is above or can ever be beyond these regulations. So when illegal madrasas mushroom and operate on our soil everywhere, there is a urgent need for the state to step in, which is exactly what is happening in Assam. Whether it is by bulldozing terror-linked madrasas like Himanta Biswa Sharma is doing in Assam, or straightforwardly like Yogi Adityanath is ordering an inspection of madrasas. Why is some fear-mongering about it? Ladies and gentlemen, we need to support Yogi, we need to support Himanta on this. Let's debate.
In Assam, bulldozers are rolling on terror-linked illegal madrasas. And some are furious.
सरकार को जो करना है अपने इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बुनियाद के ऊपर उनको जो करना है वो करें, हमें इस मामले में कुछ नहीं कहना है। लेकिन व्हाई ओनली मदरसा इज टारगेटेड? मदरसों को तोड़ना इलीगल है।
Chief Minister of Assam, Himanta Biswa Sharma, has taken a firm position.
Government of Assam doesn't have any intention to go on demolishing madrasa. Our only intention is to see that madrasas are not used by any jihadi element. If we got specific inputs on any madrasa, in the guise of madrasa, the institution is being used for expanding jihadi activity, anti-India activity, then we are going to take strongest possible action in each and every cases.
1,500 kilometers away, in Uttar Pradesh, the Yogi government has commenced a crackdown of their own.
Well, with UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath giving a clear indication to his government that all the unrecognized madrasas would have to be surveyed so that they are aware that nothing wrong is happening in these unrecognized madrasas.
But those like the AIMIM outraged by the move.
You are doing this to create a fear, an environment of fear. You are doing this to create hatred for Muslims. And it is very unfortunate. There is no need for such a survey.
ये मदरसे प्राइवेट मदरसे हैं, अनएडेड मदरसे हैं और आर्टिकल 30 के तहत इसको कायम किया गया है। तो स्टेट गवर्नमेंट क्यों सर्वे करा रही है? ये सर्वे नहीं है बल्कि एक छोटा एनआरसी है ये।
The link of illegal madrasas with terror is real.
जो मद्रासा के अंदर में एक छोटा सा चाय के दुकान था और जिस दुकान से कुछ आपत्तिजनक नथी पत्र इन लोगों ने बरामद किए हैं और जो एक जिहादी एलिमेंट से लिंक्ड है। तो ये दोनों एस्पेक्ट है। तो इसलिए कल हम लोगों ने जब जैसे ही हम लोगों को DDMA का ऑर्डर मिला, जितना भी उसमें बच्चे पढ़ रहे थे सबको हम लोगों ने इवैक्यूएट किए, रीलोकेट किए, इन गार्जियंस को समझा दिए हैं और उसके बाद आज सुबह से उसको तोड़ने के लिए हम लोगों ने शुरू किया है।
Question is, Why shouldn't due procedure, due law and due regulation not apply to unrecognized madrasas as well? Let's debate.
In fact, Sabir Siddharth Ghaffar, my first question is to you. You are the president of the All India Minority Council. This bulldozing of illegal madrasas must not happen just in Assam. It should happen everywhere in the country. And the survey that is happening in Uttar Pradesh should happen everywhere in the country, because if there is an illegality, it's an illegality. You can't say something is an illegality in Assam but not an illegality in Bengal. Can you? Can you? Mr. Ghaffar, why don't you respond?
Hello, I can't. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. Did you hear me? Did you hear my question?
This survey itself is... Yeah, I heard your question. This survey itself is illegal. This survey by the Uttar Pradesh government is only a survey to further its political interests. It wants to create further polarization in the country. It wants to advert its, it wants to further its political ideology of ostracization of Muslims. And the BJP government, the BJP party itself wants to always crop up this issue of madrasas so that it can continue its politics of polarization. Because the government, the various BJP state governments does not have anything to offer to the public. This survey is completely illegal because the Article 30 gives the right to minorities to establish and administer their educational institutions. Article 30
legally, not illegally. Not illegally.
Discriminate against any education
not
institution.
Not illegally.
Just because of its management structure as a minority.
No, there's nothing. There's no minority majority here. You got it completely wrong. Okay, we are opening the debate right now. We have Ratan Sharda coming in. I'm opening this up now. Yeah.
A simple question: is survey equal to raid? Is survey equal to ban? Is survey equal to seal? On what ground are you calling survey illegal? Survey has been around all through for every institution, and the state has a right to do survey.
Why not on the
First. Secondly, first decide whether madrasa is a school or madrasa is a religious institution. Because your own people, secular lobbyism is saying that madrasa actually is a place where you teach science, maths and everything. So it is not a religious institution. If it is not a religious institution, then why are you seeking protection on Article 30 and whatever blah blah? Issue is that you have to create issue where there none exists. Are you denying what is happening in Assam? Are you denying that it was used as a shelter for terrorists, for separatists, for illegal immigrants? If that is so, government take action. Don't you want a law and order situation to improve? Assam has faced the worst attack of illegal immigrations, of riots, of caste riots, tribe riots, and Muslim versus other riots. They have seen it all. And AIUDF and Congress being together in cahoots, they are afraid of any action. So it's not Muslims who are afraid. It is MIM and AIDF who are afraid that if Muslims start going to regular schools, start going to get regular education, what will happen to their agenda of having illegal Quran reading, nothing else doing Muslims to isolate them, keep them afraid and get their votes? So this is the reverse vote bank politics where you want them to remain poor. Suchar committee said during 70 years of secularism, Muslims suffered the most. Are you not ashamed that under your so-called equal opportunity for all, Muslims are left behind? It's the biggest damning indictment as the secular, so-called secular
Ratan Sharda, my other point of concern is this, that for some people, religion is everything, Smita. Nation is nothing. That's the problem. Nation does not matter. National security does not matter. Everything has to be given this, this radical Muslim, anti-Muslim angle. I am from Assam and I have no hesitation in saying this. By the way, I've just got breaking news. 1 second. Getting some breaking news about Shivamurthy. 1 minute, viewers. We've been putting an incredible amount of pressure in the Shivamurthy case. I'm getting news that he has been arrested. I am just verifying it. I'm going to have a big breaking news input coming in on it, that if it is true, there is news that Shivamurthy has been arrested, but I don't have a confirmation yet. Viewers, if it is the case, it is the success of a campaign that we have been running here on Republic for a very long time. Yes, viewers, I'm getting it. It's on your screen right now. We are hearing that Shivamurthy is being arrested. I'm breaking away for a while from this news broadcast. Our guests, please stay on. This is big news coming in. The news has been coming in. Shivamurthy has been arrested. Initial inputs coming in. Going to get our reporter, going to get a news desk. It's confirmed right now. Ashwin is joining me. He's outside the MUT, viewers. This is a big victory for Republic. Non-stop campaign. Your channel has been leading this campaign. We've come under a lot of attack from powerful people supporting Shivamurthy, the 64-year-old accused of rape. Ashwin is with me. Ashwin, can you confirm this? Ashwin.
Arnab, it has been confirmed that the Seer has been now taken out of the mud in a very discreet way. The media was waiting in one gate, but he has been taken off
this is huge.
To another gate, and we are trying to chase him right now.
Your location right now. What's your location, Ashwin? Ashwin, what's your location right now? What's your location?
Yeah. Arnab, we are right now at Chitradurga.
This is huge, viewers.
We are trying to track the movement of the vehicle because we got an information that even the doctors were brought in to the MUT for the medical examination of the accused here. And here we are on the road at the highway trying to track. We have got an information that the vehicle has moved in a certain direction in the highway. So we are just following it. We are closely monitoring where the Seer will be taken, whether he will be taken to the Chitradurga Road.
First breaking here, viewers. This is breaking here. This is huge. This is massive, Smita Prakash. This is a victory for the media, and it's a defeat, and it's a lesson for the politicians who thought they were so powerful they would take on the media when we were questioning. It is a lesson. The politicians should be ashamed of the way they've conducted themselves in protecting this man. Smita, big story today. Top Lingayat Seer Shivamurthy has just been arrested. I'd like your take on this developing story.
I am still waiting for confirmation from my team, so I will. What I have heard is there is some activity, but it's not been confirmed whether it is the Seer who has come out or what. But there is some kind of an activity, not confirmed, says my reporter. But if your reporter is saying that, then I think it is quite a big story which has happened. Yes, you are right that he has a lot of political clout, so I'm sure it will cause ripples in the political circles as well.
Absolutely. Now, viewers, this is big. Is he being picked up or arrested? Going back to Ashwin. Ashwin, are you there with me? Going to try and get a live feed from you on this developing story. The moment we have a live feed, viewers. Yes, we have a live feed, and he's live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go live to the pictures out there. Full frame. That's Ashwin. Ashwin is on the chase right now, and he's following the car. Ashwin, I can see you there. Let's go full frame, Aditi, to that. These are the first pictures coming in from location on the ground. Ashwin is following the car. The Seer Shivamurthy has been picked up. Ashwin is coming out of the car right now. Viewers, it appears we're getting a visual from the spot. Ashwin, can you hear me? The camera is moving around. There's a little bit of traffic. I don't see that there's some policemen around. Ashwin, I'm getting your feed. Are you hearing me? Parts of the media following the chase. There was an attempt, Ashwin was saying, to take Shivamurthy from the back door so that his being picked up or arrested. And the police are speaking. Let's see what we're hearing. Are we getting an audio track? Ashwin.
Arnab, we are getting this information that the Seer has been taken to the DSP's office. We are going to go there right now. We are trying to track it. So we are getting out to the car right now. We will be following where the Seer has been taken.
You continue live. This is a developing story. We continue live. Ashwin, keep talking about it, because while the camera was moving, we were not getting a full sense. And there are one reporter, he was picked up. You're saying you're the first reporter in the country who said he's been arrested. You keep moving so we don't lose the visual, but tell me once again. I can see you there, and maybe some other media persons also with you on this chase.
Yeah, as you can see, As you can see in front of me, there is a police vehicle. We are getting an information that he has been taken to the DCP's office. We are trying to track the whereabouts, but what we get to understand is that the doctors were brought into the mud for medical examination. The usual procedure for before the marking of the arrest. So a notice has been served. The medical examination has been done. From there, whether he has been taken to the police station or whether there has been some kind of a health ground that he has cited, or whether he has been shifted to a hospital, all that is little uncertain. But we are, as you can see in front of me, you can see two police vehicles which is there. We are trying following it.
Is he in the car?
We feel that
is he in that vehicle?
We feel that there has been. We feel that. No, he's definitely not in that vehicle, but there is a kind of a system this police has deployed in the dead of the night. They have decided to take him into custody is what we get to feel, and there is a kind of a distraction that is being created.
No, the police is trying to slow you down. The police is trying to slow you down. The police it seems is sort of blocking the road so you don't get close to that car in which he's going, in which Shivamurthy is. That's the sense I am getting. What do you think?
In the sense like there is a kind of a we feel
yeah. Please continue. Viewers, that's
Arnab, what we feel is there is a scrambling of the different units of police. So we are trying to get from our sources also. While speaking to you, we are also calling our sources to see where he has been taken. We are getting initial reports that he has been taken to a government hospital. That is one thing. So perhaps
why to a government hospital?
Like most of the
why is he being taken to a hospital?
Getting into a hospital. Yes, this is some.
Why to a hospital? If he's under arrest, he should be in a police station.
We are yet to confirm it. It's a kind of a local. Yes, absolutely, and that is.
We have shots of the arrest, viewers. We have pictures of the arrest. Pictures coming courtesy News First, Kannada News Channel News First. Ladies and gentlemen, Kannada News Channel News First, member of the News Broadcasting Federation. Breaking news there. First pictures, we are getting in some grainy pictures. I don't know if you are seeing Shivamurthy there on those visuals, but moving in fast on the story. This is the moment when he was picked up. Now, whether he's picked up there, he's being taken. I can see an Innova on the move, ladies and gentlemen. An Innova is on the move, and he's being taken in an Innova. And maybe he's been arrested or picked up, taken to a hospital. Remember, viewers, his anticipatory bail application comes in tomorrow. This could be a preemptory move. This could be a preemptory move by the Karnataka government to make it appear that they've questioned him. Now, they could be questioning him. Alternatively, fearing arrest, he could have gone to hospital because he may be scared that he could be arrested if his anticipatory bail is denied, given the national outrage over this, because it's looking very difficult for this man to get anticipatory bail given the fact that he's got such powerful connections. And if he's denied anticipatory bail and if he thinks he's going to be in jail tomorrow, then possibly he's doing this landing up in hospital number to avoid being in jail. Maybe that's a possibility. I don't know if Ashwin is live with us yet. Those pictures are there. Ashwin is still patched. Ashwin, what's the latest? Have you got any latest from your sources? Yes, Ashwin.
Arnab, we are
over to you, Ashwin. His visuals. Ashwin, yeah.
Arnab, we are getting the breadcrumb that he has been taken to a government hospital. We have yet to confirm. The only thing that we can do to confirm the same is to actually physically go there to the hospital and see if there is any kind of the jeep or the police jeep presence in the surrounding. But nonetheless, we are taking this task hard on. We have been monitoring the situation from the ground. We have been giving this information, minute-to-minute updates on what was happening on the ground. So we will physically go to these places, the probable places where the Seer has been taken. It could be a hospital, it could be the nearest police station, but it remains sketchy the way the police has government hospital. We are getting on our way to the government hospital, Arnab, to check whether he is here. So we are physically going there. It's a long, strenuous effort. We have 2-3 locations in mind, but we have to physically go there because right now what we know is that with a single unit we have to scramble. We have to physically go and check and confirm and verify where the Seer is. But the hospital is one location where is ideally likely to be taken. But we will be giving you the further updates on this once we confirm the location, once we see the Innova that you had rightly pointed out, where the Innova has been taken, we will confirm it physically. Back to you,
He
Arnab.
was taken from the back gate. Stay on there. That's back to the feed that we are getting of the moment of when he was picked up. Shivamurthy has been taken out of the mud from the back gate by the policemen, which further proves the fact, Smita, that the policemen even now are trying their best to help him. I mean, he's not getting VVIP treatment. He's been given, I would say, presidential treatment here by the cops. The police should be really ashamed of themselves, the way in which they're making themselves so responsible for his comfort and for his welfare. If he's taken to a hospital a day before anticipatory bail plea is finally heard, what does this mean, Smita?
Arnab, as you're well aware that, it's a political hot potato. So, no political party, as you rightly pointed out in your earlier debate, no political party wants to take a hard line because of the prominence that the Lingayat community has. And it is going to stoke a lot of flames. So whatever they do, whether it is to arrest him, whether it is the bail, whether it is he's being taken to a hospital, any of these steps that are going to be taken by the government is going to be done in a very systematic and very calculated manner only after law enforcement forces are in place to see that inflamed passions with regard to his being arrested or being taken to the hospital, he doesn't seem that he's harassed. I understand that the sentiments will be very strong on this, that he's accused of something which is a heinous crime. So many people will say, what nonsense, he should be brought to justice. But the point is, sometimes these passions get inflamed and law enforcement then has to deal with it. So whatever steps are being taken, law will take its own course. He will be put behind bars if he is guilty, but they will ensure that there is peace and there are no riots as a result of this action which is being taken. As you rightly pointed out in your earlier debate, that it is shocking to most people that political parties are not taking a strong line on this.
Absolutely. Ashwin is reporting live from Chitradurga. Ashwin is running inside. He's in the hospital. You can see him there, ladies and gentlemen. Ashwin, that's a South India bureau chief reporting from Chitradurga. Ashwin, you're hearing me. I can see you enter the hospital. What's your location now? What's your location now? You're hearing me. He's talking to... Ashwin is there and he's the only reporter who's on the spot right now. He's just told us a while back that it's been like a very, very stealthy move by the police. It's all aimed at trying to make sure that Republic doesn't reach the spot. But you see the cameras moving. You're seeing our cameras move. You're seeing our reporters move. We're on the run, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get you the pictures first. Ashwin, are you still hearing me? Ashwin, we may have lost the audio line. His audio has been dropped, obviously, because he's on the run right now, viewers. But we're tracking the story hard. When the breaking story, when it happens, Republic gets you the live feed. We always get you the live feed of the story to take you into the story as it's developing. What you're really seeing on air right now is literally a bird's eye view of what's happening, a grasshopper view of what's happening. You're into the story, viewers. Shivamurthy being arrested after public outrage. He's a very, very powerful man who's been arrested. The police, what you're seeing on your visuals right now are reporters running to try and track him down. The police moved in such a way that we got the news, but the police sort of took him away before we could get a visual of him. So the police is protecting him. The reporter is doing his job. Ashwin in the yellow shirt there is moving ahead, trying to get the visual out there. Ashwin, what's the latest? Can you hear me? You keep on the move, but our viewers also want to keep talking to you. So our viewers want to know what you're doing. What's your location? Could you find anything there? Moving to the next location.
Yes,
it's a lot of action where you are. I can see that. What's happening?
Yes, we have come here to confirm, Arnab.
Yeah, go on. Keep talking.
Yes,
keep talking. Keep moving. You don't have to look at the camera. You don't have to look at the camera. Keep moving. The camera will follow you. You just tell us what's going on.
Whether he has been... Yeah, we have been trying to track it in person, so it's a task. It's a big task because the way the police unit has scrambled to divert the attention of media, it's something which is unprecedented, something which was not required at all. But we will do the hard task of going to each sources. We'll find the possible places where he has been taken, and that is what we are trying to do now. At the government hospital, we haven't got an indication of the presence of the particular Innova in which he was taken. But we are talking to people. There is a lot of commotion over here because once we reached over here, a lot of other media people also is trying to follow our car, and that is what is happening right now. And At the moment, all we can say is that in the general hospital there's no sign of him. In the government hospital there's no sign of him. But we will probably be moving to the next location to find out more details where he is. And this is what we have been trying to track. It's a case that has been very close. We've been keeping our heart to our sleeve to get the information out to the public, because it was sheer public pressure which has led to this kind of a movement by the police, and that is why this is kind of a victory. We have to take it to the last leap, and that is why we are here at the dead of the night trying to get track of the last moment, because the arrest is just the beginning. The arrest is just the first message to those people out there who feel they are powerful, they have a political clout around them, and this is the call for justice that is happening. And we will be doing the hard part of giving our viewers the best shots, and also to ensure that we at Republic will bring the voices so that justice is delivered, and justice is delivered with pressure, with media pressure, and that is what we'll be doing.
Absolutely.
This is the hard journalism that we will be tracking, and we will give you more updates, Arnab. Once we also get our from our local sources, we will get you the latest updates. Once we also have some information, we will be looking it, we will be checking it out, and we will see where the Seer is.
Okay.
Back
So
to you,
viewers, I'll tell you what happens in a situation like this. We need to let Ashwin get back on the job while I bring you the breaking news story, because Ashwin needs to make a few urgent phone calls, and he needs to be off audio for a bit, and he needs to continue to be on the move. So I'm going to let Ashwin do his job. We'll stay with the visuals wherever appropriate and necessary. Big Republic Impact viewers, if you're watching this channel, we say nation first. If you're nation first as a channel, then we need to fight all the people who are corrupt, who have carried out crimes, and most unfortunately in this case there was strong, powerful political lobby that supported him. Viewers, this is a matter of great shame that in this country mandates are given to exercise in cases like this, but mandates are defeated in moments like this. I think in this particular case, the faith of the people is really shaken by the fact that politicians could not gather the courage, Rajat. They just could not gather the courage when necessary to show the courage, to say that a person like Shivamurthy will not get institutionalized support like he unfortunately did. Rajat.
Well, that's the sad part, Arnab. I think the public was on the street. Everybody wanted justice to be seen to be delivered here. But it was the political class of all hues and colors, by the way, who went on to great lengths to protect the Seer, because they all saw political merits around doing so. And this is why, society needs to not expect the politicians every time to come in and be the moral savior as such. It is the public, the media, the fourth pillars, as well as the public, which has to come in and take charge at times. And this is one such incident where we have seen a discomforting silence from the state government, as well as from very powerful politicians, both from Congress and the BJP, not trying to say anything on this topic.
And viewers, I also want to tell you, political parties are telling us, they're saying Republic can do all the coverage it wants. We will not participate in this. We don't have anything to say about it. We're calling political parties, all political parties. I'm not naming any one, but I'm calling all political parties right now. They're saying, no, don't drag us into this. This is too controversial. Why did you have to pick it up anyway? We're not going to get into it. And that's the sad part. When it matters, political parties don't speak. This is that's the sad part, Smita. When it matters, they don't speak. They lose their voice suddenly. They're all thinking about the Karnataka election.
Yes. Correct. Absolutely. And Arnab, I think unconfirmed so far, but I believe he's been taken to the Deputy SP's office in Chitradurga, but unconfirmed again. And the procedure is that first he will be taken into custody. If it happens, he'll be taken into custody, and after custody, then the arrest follows. Now that is the sequence that will happen. If these visuals which you're playing is, him being taken to the SP's office, then that is what is going to happen, But like I said, that, procedures have already been put into place, because protests had erupted since 29th. So, there have been barricades put up in Chitradurga. There have been people who have been sounded out. So, there is this whole system where, which goes into place when the police suspect that this kind of an arrest or a custody, taking into custody, could inflame passions. I think those have been put into place since the 29th. 29th. Enough time has been given to law enforcement to make sure that if anything happens, then, civilians don't take law into their own hands. Now, this is not just a religious matter. It is a criminal matter now, and investigations have to happen. So if he comes out with a clean chit, then society has to rethink about it. But right now, there will be many, CRPCs which will come into effect after his custody and subsequent arrest happens. But it is very disappointing to see how perfunctory statements have been made by political parties, even those you think who were brave enough in the past. Even they have not come forward and, spoken on these issues.
Absolutely. This is a massive indication for the campaign by Republic. Relentless questioning. And it's a victory for all those who refused to blindside reality as politicians trooped in to support him. And today's is a victory for the media that kept on the pressure when some people thought that the state machinery would win. And for all the politicians out there who try to tell the media, we don't quite care about you anymore, Media doesn't matter. They say, who cares about television channels? We'll do what the hell we want. We are in touch with the people.
And judiciary. Arnab, what about the judiciary?
Judiciary.
What about the judiciary, which always says that media is at fault?
Exactly. What about the judiciary,
time,
which never finds, never misses an opportunity?
What is this?
Absolutely,
what is
never.
This?
Which unfortunately, the judiciary very often never fails to find fault with the media. Everything that the media does, some people would say is for ratings. Everything is bad. There is no regulation. Well, I also want to tell everyone, with the greatest of respect to all the members of the judiciary, this is a victory for the media. Like, we have exposed the scams in the country, we have exposed the scamsters in the country, and we've exposed what is wrong in this country. And nobody, including the judiciary, with all respect to them, should generalize too much about the media all the time. This is a victory. This is a victory for the victims who have been enduring months-long battle, and only the media stood by them. This is a matter which could have been taken up suo motu by the judiciary. You mentioned that, Smita. The matter could have been picked up suo motu by the judiciary, although not the appellate court, highest courts in the country, but they didn't. But they didn't. It's the media which fought alone in this case, Smita. Alone in this case, Smita, is the only the media which stuck its neck out.
In everything, even those rape victims, dying declaration of the girl, to make sure that, the family's point of view is put out and put pressure on the administration to take measures, regardless of whether it is politically correct or incorrect, so-called politically correct or incorrect, to make sure that the administration, that the law enforcement does its job. Reversed it. First, I'm not even going to go into the details, but first it was said that this girl who was raped, that she was not a minor. And then after the media brought it into the attention, then the police turns around and says, yes, she is a minor. There was a mistake which was made. So, it is only because of that. I'm not trying to hold the flag of the media. Of course, we make mistakes, but it does hurt, at times when the honorable judges, all the time say that media is responsible for all the ills in society.
Precisely.
I really need them to rethink about this case also. What happened to the legislature? What happened to the executive? What happened to the judiciary? What happened to all these three pillars?
Nothing.
It's the fourth pillar,
nothing. I'll tell you to be more precise. These Manish Tiwaris and Shashi Tharoor's too busy with deciding how are we going to fight an election in a dying party. Did Manish Tiwari even talk about this? Did he go hit the streets on this? He couldn't, because at the end of the day, his present leader went and took Diksha from this man, and that is what mattered more. And you're right about the media. Ankita's case, only the media spoke. Politicians were quiet. Seema Patra's case, only the media spoke. Republic spoke. Seema Patra was arrested. Politicians were quiet. Shivamurthy's case, only the media spoke. Judiciary did not act suo motu. Prosecution, government failed the people of this country. Politicians conspired with the powerful. Only the media spoke. The people of the country are with the media. And they know that today and forever it is the media which stands up and sticks its neck out on them. That is why people like Pramila Nesargi are sitting disappointed today. You see, Pramila Nesargi, you were also drunk with power. Sometime back on the program, you were fighting with everyone. What do you know? How do you know? Who the hell do you think you are? Well, the good news is Shivamurthy has been arrested. At least you can say now that you were wrong. Shivamurthy is under arrest. Pramila Nesargi, I'd like your reaction, please.
I will not say wrong. I will not say wrong. You must be feeling very happy, thinking they have succeeded. Initially, it may look like that they have succeeded. Ultimately, one day or the other, you will come out with in your own media that you have committed a blunder. You have committed wrong. Innocent person has been targeted. You will come out. You will see. That is what Bhagavad Gita has also said. It is not that. Same thing, ultimately Supreme Court has also said in many of the cases. We will have a debate. I will tell you how these things are wrong, how you people have gone on the wrong step, how you have taken a side. You will come down. Unnecessarily, an innocent man, a good man, a reputation man, easy for you to condemn him and then defame him. It is not fair. We will see. We will fight. We are for truth.
Well, this is a victory. This is a victory, Pramila Nisargi. This is a victory. This is a victory. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you for your blessings. But I'll tell you, this is a victory for the people of the country. It's a defeat for people like you. You should think. This is a victory for the media. We relentlessly, 150 hours, we carried out a campaign. We fought people like you, drunk on power, to ensure.
Failure is a stepping stone for success.
Don't get philosophical with me.
Stepping stone for success. You must be aware of it. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what is going to happen.
What is there to see? In fact, I think if he is arrested, he should have been taken into custody.
Arrest. You are also arrested. Is it the thing which is such a great thing? Every one of us. I was also arrested and I was kept in prison and I have come out free after it. Why do you say that it is such a great thing, arrested? Arrest is a part
this is symbolic. You are the whole system out here. The whole system. Viewers, this is a man, a 61-year-old man accused of rape and sexual abuse. We are getting live shots again. There we're seeing the policemen out there. They're not making a comment. I'm going to try and see. We see an ANI camera there. The Republic camera is there. Let's try and get the visuals out there. Pramila Nisargi, thank you for your blessings. Please stay on with me tonight. We're getting the live visual. I'm going to try and get Ashwin back. Full frame, please, Aditi. Let's go full frame to the pictures. And what could possibly be happening? People are asking me tonight. Well, people, ladies and gentlemen, need to remember politicians cannot and could not stand up for what is right. Audio.
ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ
ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ
Some questions.
Sorry. ನನಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ.
Will he be? What is the next? Where is he now? Where is he at the moment? Where is he now at the moment? So where is he at the moment? Can you tell us where is he at the moment? Will he be produced before the court today?
We will produce
before the judge. Will he be produced before the judge?
Police officer says, I don't know anything. Please don't ask me. The police officer continues to face questions. He says, I don't know anything. He says, Nanigenu Gottilla, which means I don't know anything.
What a shame.
Senior officer is walking. He says, I don't know anything.
Right, please keep it on record. Please keep it on record.
He says, don't ask me anything. Again, questions are asked. He says, don't ask me anything in Kannada.
Viewers, look at the pressure on the police tonight, viewers. These pictures going across the country. Look at the pressure on the police. That police officer knows all the highest politicians, including the 6th or 7th most powerful person in the ruling party of India, Yediyurappa, all supporting Shivamurthy. The media is on the other side. This is a fantastic moment. Fantastic moment. Police, politicians, everyone on one side, media and public on the other. This is a classic moment, viewers. Classic moment when everyone failed the victims. Only the media stood with the victims. Big lesson for all the people who lecture the media. Ladies and gentlemen, live pictures on your screen. ANI shot. This is an ANI shot. They're getting in right now. No, this is also a Republic shot, I'm told. These are our shots, Republic shots. ANI Republic leading the coverage right now. Proud moment out there. Ashwin is there with us live. Ashwin, hi. Arnab. Ashwin, police under maximum pressure. Ashwin. Audio drop. Lalita Kumaramangalam here. She was debating this last night. Lalita Kumaramangalam, it's a big moment right now, isn't it? Big moment. People watching this, what would you say to them tonight?
and the pressure from people who have seen sense has made them finally arrest the Seer. I hope that, that those children and the others that they have spoken about do get a chance at proper justice. But I think now that the police have actually taken this stand, the pressure needs to be kept on them, and the other accused, supposed to be on the run, they should also be caught, and thorough investigation be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Lalita Kumaramangalam. I'm also getting Brinda Adige live right now, viewers. And I want to go to the viewers once again to the pictures, and I want you to remember this week has proved just how crucial it is for the media. It's only the media that comes in when politicians fail, when the judiciary watches. When the judiciary watches, when politicians fail, when most unfortunately, with the greatest of respect, even the President of India doesn't speak. Only then, only and only the media speaks, the media fights. And I'll only give you 3 examples. We're getting a live feed once again. Once I go live, I'll give you the 3 examples. Ashwin, what's happening, Ashwin? What's happening, Ashwin? Ashwin, what's happening?
Arnab, the normal procedure is the normal procedures after the medical procedures are done. He's supposed to be produced in front of the magistrate. Now, what has happened after the doctors had checked him? We get to understand that he has been checked internally in the mutt itself, and then he's supposed to be produced in the front of the magistrate. That is when the whole scrambling of the police forces happened. Now, what is so surprising is the fact the top police officials are right now saying they're unaware where the Seer is. This is quite surprising, to say the least. And this is where we are right now. We are outside the DYSP office. We had gotten information that he has been brought into the DYSP office, but the police over here claims complete ignorance.
What is this COVID angle that's now coming out? He suddenly got COVID. What is this COVID angle now that he says, yeah, I've got COVID, I need to rest?
All that we are not very clear about that particular aspect of it, Arnab. But what we understand is that the medical procedure, if it is done internally, then in the mutt itself, that itself is something. Even if we can take it for granted, okay, understandable that he's 65-year-old, perhaps he must have done it, but he has to be produced in front of the magistrate. So before producing in front of the magistrate, where was it taken? The police are claiming ignorance to it. That is something we are surprised. We also personally went to the Basaveshwara Medical College Hospital as well, after the government medical college, because we got an indication that perhaps he must have been taken to his in-house hospital, which is run by the mutt itself. So there also he was not there. Then we traveled all the way down to the DYSP office because some of the information that we got, perhaps he must be here. Yeah. But is it some kind of a magic trick?
It's orchestrated.
We don't see the Seer over here. What is
it's orchestrated.
What is there for the law enforcement to hide?
No, nothing. It's orchestrated. They planned it out.
So shameful.
Yeah,
Arnab, and this is a mutt which is running over 150 institutions. Is this a way that these things must be done? What is the signal that it sends? He's a 21st pontiff of the 450-year-old tradition, mutt.
And he's running away from the people now, and running away from the media.
Truths and behavior that we see from...
Yeah. Midun Vijay Kumar is with us.
That is something, and contrary...
He supports Shivamurthy. And Brinda Adige is with us. Midun Vijay Kumar, I mean, he should not be running away like this. Man should be able to face the law. The 64-year-old man should face the law. Why is he running away? Why is he getting police support?
Face the law, even I am with that. But the only thing is, we should not be having a media trial and framing him that he has committed the crime at a time when he is only the accused. Let's know that there have been many false POXO cases in this country, and we have seen the teacher, the Kendriya Vidyalaya teacher, who was in jail for 7 years for a POXO case, and recently he came out clean. So in such a case, let's not take any side, is what I would like to say at this point. If he is the culprit, if he has committed the crime,
we're talking about the process that we have seen in the last 6 days while he was gathering political support and political parties were supporting. I thought that was repugnant. I want Brinda Adige to come on that. And the expectation was we'll gather so much support, we'll silence the media, we'll silence everyone. That was the whole game.
Are not supposed to stay silent, right? They can voice out their opinions. MLAs are speaking out. Let them speak.
No, you can't.
It
No,
doesn't
you
mean
can't.
that
No,
he's
they
garnering
cannot
support. It
speak.
doesn't mean that
How
he's
can they
garnering
just
support,
give
right?
character certificates like that?
How can that
Should
mean
not
that
the
he's
rule of
garnering
law
support?
prevail? If
people are
something has
voicing in
gone
support
wrong
of
and
him, that
somebody
doesn't mean that he's
has
garnering
falsely been
support,
kept in jail, then you have to fault the
He
state
is a man.
machinery. Not say that because it happened like that in that case, we will now disbelieve the two children who are victim survivors. So that is not what you are supposed to be arguing about.
I'm not taking any sides. I told you
it
very
is
clearly that
because
I'm
of
not
the
taking any sides in this
relentless
case. You are the
advocacy
people who
by
are
the
taking
media
sides. You are biased,
and protests
right? You are
by the
going
civil
beyond
society
judiciary.
and
Judiciary has a
networks
process.
that
There is a
this man
process
has
to be
gone
followed.
into today.
You're not allowing judiciary to take its own course of time. You're taking sides. You're actually declaring that he is the culprit. On what basis are you doing this? What evidence do you have to showcase?
This POCSO law presumes the person to be guilty unless proven innocent.
He should be arrested and he should be tried is what I'm saying. Even I'm saying that. Even I'm saying that he should be arrested and tried. But what gives you the confidence to say that he has committed the crime or what?
No. But let me ask you something.
What gave you the confidence to say that this is a conspiracy?
I never said that. I never said that he has not committed the crime. All I'm saying is let's not take a stand. Let's not be biased. That's all I'm saying.
One second. Just a minute. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Today, when questioned by Republic, Ashwin was running there. The response, Smita, when questioned by Republic, the policeman, I don't know Kannada, but I know little much. The policeman, questioned by Republic, who's under great pressure from top politicians, he's saying Gotilla, which I think means I don't know. He just kept saying Gotilla. Is that a meaning? Does that mean I don't know?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. So I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Allow me. This Gotilla approach cannot be allowed. How can the cops simply say Gotilla? I don't know. 6 days it took to detain him, to question him. Your cops simply say Gotilla. Gotilla is an answer. You're dragging your feet because accused is a powerful mud stops here and you're saying Gotilla. This Gotilla approach. What is this Gotilla approach? I don't know approach. You are issuing lookout circulars. This Gotilla approach will have to stop. This Gotilla approach, what is Gotilla? Gotilla is not an answer in this situation.
I'm not justifying the...
No. Why is the cop saying Gotilla? For 6 days, do you know what the girls are going through?
I think the cops should have arrested.
No, Gotilla means what? How can the cops say Gotilla to the media?
Yeah, that's...
Are they not answerable to the people of this country, to the media?
It's an inefficiency.
For too long, the politicians in this country have had a Gotilla attitude to the media. We must change that, viewers. We must make the politicians answerable again. In a big way.
No, if it is...
This is a lesson for the politicians.
This delay in arresting him.
And the lesson is in a fight between politicians and the people always win.
You should not say that.
Politicians lose, people win. Arrogance has lost. That's why Pramila Nesargi is sitting there with her head in her hand today. Because she was arrogant, Lalita Kumaramangalam, till yesterday. She thought, Yediyurappa is supporting him. I'm from BJP. Yediyurappa, so powerful. So powerful. Nothing is going to happen. Today she doesn't know what's happened. Lalita Kumaramangalam, look at her. Look at Pramila Nesargi today. She doesn't know what's hit her. She's looking devastated. Don't look devastated.
I know, I've been following you also. Don't say I am not aware of it. I am only saying I am following every step. Your speech also I am following. What you have been saying and what others are saying. I am following. Don't say I am not sitting, I am sitting idle.
There are people who have spoken in favor of the Seer. There are people who have spoken against him. There are people from BJP. There are people from
No. BJP, nobody's spoken against. Who's spoken against from Congress also? Will Rahul Gandhi remain completely silent? Did Rahul Gandhi speak? He took blessings from him, so he won't speak. He took political blessings also.
Arnab,
No, please. I'll speak there. Will the Karnataka Home Minister speak today?
At this point? No, have we come to a conclusion that he is the criminal?
No. Yesterday, KC Virendra. No, I don't come to conclusions. But KC Virendra of the JDS visited the mutt yesterday.
I don't know what.
No, you know what? Why? B.S. Yediyurappa? You don't know what he said? Oh, there's a big conspiracy against him. How does Yediyurappa know? He's Sherlock Holmes. He declared the girls to be guilty.
See, I'm.
He declared the girls.
that
Yediyurappa
I'm
declared
not
the girls to
taking
be
any
guilty.
sides.
He should be stripped of all positions in the BJP.
Statement. I am not a Yediyurappa supporter.
No, I am not. Don't care whose supporter you are, sir. But I am saying all the politicians together on one side. It's a fact. Smita said it today. Except the politicians have lost because they are wrong. The politicians lost in the Ankita case. The politicians lost in the Seema Patra case. This week has been a wake-up call for how ineffective politicians are in critical moments.
Disgrace themselves.
The politicians have disgraced themselves this whole week.
Look, Arnab, I think, Karnataka politicians have totally disgraced themselves. Across the board, I'm saying this. There is complete silence from those same politicians who took all these VVIP visits to the mutt. Okay, fine. I agree that law has to take its own course. But anybody else tell me, anybody, your brother, sister, uncle, anybody under POXCO Act, if there is an FIR, 6 days it will take for an arrest to happen, and they will go on talking and wait. And the police themselves are saying, and the informers are saying he's gone to meet the lawyer in Haveri. How is all that happening? How is he going to meet? Which means everybody was aware where he was. So, how is that happening? The fact is that anybody else, any common man, he would have been arrested 6 days after the FIR, knowing where he is located. But no. And all the politicians who know him so well, who respect him supposedly, absolute silence.
Silence today.
So they have disgraced themselves by standing by this person. If he is proven not guilty in court of law, that's a different matter. But the fact that he had not been taken into custody, not arrested, nothing happened for 6 days, they have disgraced themselves.
And Pramila Nisargi is quiet today. Interesting, Brinda. Lalita?
The problem also is, Arnab, that this is one of the main reasons why people seem to have lost trust in the entire legal system in India. Women, in this case, it's a POXO case. I have seen hundreds of women go to a police station and be sort of almost casually brushed off. Regardless, I have constantly and ad nauseum said that there's too much politics when it comes to issues that surround women's safety. And POXO this case has just proved, unfortunately, very, very unfortunately, has proved to be one of the worst examples of this. In Karnataka, across the board, I will say that the politicians have let their people down. Whether this gentleman is guilty or not will be found out. But the point is that the process of the law needs to be followed. If you have one rule for a VIP, whoever they may be, regardless of every other, caste, creed, gender, etc., then it sets a very bad precedent. Very, very bad precedent. Across the board, you will have policemen telling their bosses, but this happened in that case, why can't we do it in this case? And I have seen this happen in front of me when I was the head of the NCW. Yeah. I know how, when the precedent
who should we speak to, sir?
Ashwin is speaking to a police official. Ashwin, carry on, you're live. Please ask him the questions. Please ask him. Yes. Ashwin, ask him.
Yes. Sir, we are trying to find out. We are trying to find out if he's there in Chellakere DYSP office, but everybody seems to be frozen over here. We are not getting a correct response, and that is what we have been doing. The police is evading our questions.
You can confront him.
We do not know.
You can confront him. You can confront the police official. You were asking him something. What was he telling you? I missed that moment.
We asked him whether it is confirmed that he is in Chellakere DYSP office. He just did not want to answer it. So I just want my VJ also to follow me where I am. Bhagat.
Yeah, you can call him.
Sir, yaru answer madtare sir. Sir, yaru who will give the right information, sir? Sir, please tell, sir. Sir, Chellakere DYSP office alli idiya adu. Exactly. So please tell us, sir. We are from the media. You can tell it in the public. The public wants to know, sir. So please tell where we are.
Blocking
See, Arnab, they do not want to confirm. This is what we have been asking the police officer. Our sources are saying that he is at Chellakere DYSP office, which is about 40 kilometers away from where we are now. He must have been rushed over there because that's one place where even the media wouldn't have thought. he would have been taken, because always when such custodies happen, it normally is within the city limits, within the limits. Now 40 kilometers away in another DYSP office, clearly it shows that the media attention has wanted to be evaded. They do not want any kind of a media attention to this entire arrest that they are taking into custody. But nonetheless, we are trying to find information, because within 24 hours he has to be produced in front of the magistrate.
Yeah.
Which district magistrate is what we are going to find out next, and we'll be giving track of this information very closely.
You stay live on that story, viewers.
We'll be committed to get our viewers the information, the latest update.
Absolutely. You stay live on that story, viewers. We are tracking it very, 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 very closely. And viewers, remember, Shivamurthy thought he was getting away. The public pressure must not end on this. We are tracking the story, we're reporting the story, we're fighting for the truth in this case. And I shall see you tomorrow, same time. This channel is staying live. Thank you, viewers, for tonight. Goodbye.
Amity University in London, accredited by Quality Assurance Agency UK and licensed by the Government of UK, offers MBA and BBA degrees at its central London campus. Embark on a global career with a globally recognized UK university degree. To apply, visit amity.edu/London.
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है, पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
Now, after Republic TV exposed Bihar's Minister Kartikeya Singh, who had allegedly was facing kidnapping charges, he has now resigned from Bihar cabinet. Earlier in the day, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar had changed his portfolio from law. Amid the political potboiler in Jharkhand, a cabinet meeting is scheduled for today. 5 out of 31 ministers who had earlier moved to Raipur have reached Ranchi. More ministers are now likely to join in. Prime Minister Modi will inaugurate the Science Conclave at the Science City in Ahmedabad, Gujarat on the 10th of September. Science and technology ministers of all states, administrators of union territories, senior officials of various ministries, departments and CEOs of 100 startups are expected to take part in the two-day conclave. As the investigation in West Bengal's cattle smuggling case intensifies, the name of another TMC leader has now come under the CBI's radar. The CBI, while looking forward to making a major breakthrough in the case, conducted massive searches and raided 62 properties across the state.
News from across the country. Prime Minister is set to embark on a two-day visit to Kerala here. The Prime Minister will reach Kerala at 4 p.m. Prime Minister will also inaugurate the Petta.
Stay with the live pictures coming in via ANI Live Service, and Republic TV's Ashwin is also live in Chitradurga. At about 10:05 p.m. this evening, Republic TV broke the news of the Lingayat Seer, the very influential Seer, Shivamurthy, being arrested by the police after 7 days. 7 days after the FIR was first filed. I'm going across straight to Ashwin, who's joining us on the broadcast. We'll go across to Ashwin and get more details. We continue with our live coverage after this short break. Stay tuned. Live and rolling from Chitradurga tonight.
Amity University in London, accredited by Quality Assurance Agency UK and licensed by the Government of UK, offers MBA and BBA degrees at its central London campus. Embark on a global career with a globally recognized UK university degree. To apply, visit amity.edu/London.
News from across the country. Prime Minister is set to embark on a two-day visit to Kerala here. The Prime Minister will reach Kerala at 4 p.m. Prime Minister will also inaugurate the Petta Tirupani Thara stretch of the Kochi Metro at 6 p.m. Notably, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan and Governor Arif Mohammed will take part in this function. The UP government has issued instructions to all district magistrates to conduct a survey of unrecognized madrasas by 10th of September. The survey team will include the SDM, BSA and District Minority Affairs to crack down on illegal madrasas in UP. In another development in the horrific Dumka murder case, BJP has alleged PFI role. Kapil Mishra has said that PFI link with Shahrukh and the accused brother need to be proved. Two JEM terrorists have been killed in Sopore encounter. ADGP Kashmir Vijay Kumar reportedly that news confirmed by the ADGP of
to the full pictures, full frame from Chitradurga, where the Seer, Lingayat Seer, Shivamurthy has been arrested. I'm going across to my colleague Ashwin. Ashwin, over to you. Do we know his location?
Niranjan, we have got a location which is about 40 kilometers away from here, so we probably will be going there right now. As you know, in a moment's time we will be rushing to that spot. We are trying to find out, because this has to be done because within 24 hours he is supposed to be produced in front of the magistrate, and the arrest has to be recorded. So that has to be done within the jurisdiction where the crime has taken, where the FIR has been registered. So he obviously will have to be brought back. But right now, the information about him is very sketchy. The way the police has scrambled units, the way the police has deflected, the way the different vehicles of police went in different direction, thereby the media could not catch them. We get to understand is that the media glare was to be completely avoided by when the custody of the accused Seer was happening. So we will be right now we are in one location. We have made sure that he is not here, but we are tracking this information very closely. We will be monitoring it. We will also bring you the updates in a few hours also, Niranjan. But the way the entire operation has happened, it has left many of the people in the media perplexed by the way the sheer opaqueness in this way that has been done. We did confront the police officials, asking them where this person is, and we also pointed out one particular location. Where is it? This person over here? Is it true or not? Even that they was unwilling to answer. So we are seeing a police force which is definitely trying to kind of evade the visuals, evade the questions that we wanted to ask, the media wanted to ask. It is through sheer media pressure where the police has been forced to do this act of taking this accused Seer into custody. It has absolutely been because of the immense pressure, the minute-to-minute updates, the minute-to-minute views, the minute-to-minute updates that has happened, which we have been projecting throughout the day, our continuous monitoring, which has led to this kind of immense pressure, which has led to the notice of even the National Commission for Child Protection. Even the NCPC had taken cognizance. It's only because of the relentless pursuit of ensuring justice that we have been at it, Niranjan. So we will be taking it to the final closure. The arrest is just the beginning. The arrest is definitely a sign that no powerful man, no powerful person can use their political clout and evade justice. Back to you, Niranjan.
Yes, I want you to stay with me. In fact, we are hearing that some of the accused may still be absconding. Do you have any details on that, Ashwin? Getting in a confirmation now, even the local media confirming that one of the accused, the warden who was questioned earlier, has been arrested, but at least three other accused, we are being told are absconding.
Keep moving the frame.
Ashwin.
Yes, we are getting this information. Niranjan, we are definitely getting the information that accused, apart from the main accused, the co-accused, some of them are absconding. The details we are yet to get, but what we understand is that when the main accused has already been taken into custody, it is imperative that all the other accused also must be questioned, must be taken, must be given the same kind of treatment. But it seems that they have gone missing. It is highly unlikely without the presence of, because already when they were accused, the police must have given them all the kind of they must have been watching the steps. They should have ensured that these accused people do not leave the vicinity. But the police are now claiming that accused are absconding, which is another surprising aspect of it. But what is most important is the accused Seer, the accused number the whereabouts of him still remains sketchy. The media has not been given the right kind of information, and we are doing the hard task of physically checking out each probable place where he could be. And through our sources from on the ground, who has been helping us throughout this entire story reportage, who has been giving us information. Now we will have to probably go about 30-40 kilometers away from here to go and check over there personally whether the seer is there. About the other co-accused, we will definitely update in the coming times. Niranjan.
Okay, but will I stay full frame with the pictures, please, and also show the pictures of the first moment of the arrest. Let's show you the different visuals that we have from earlier this evening. Staying with the pictures completely from Chitradurga, the moment the seer was arrested, was taken out of the back gate of this Sri Muruga Math in Chitradurga. Shivamurthy Sharanaru, that's the video, the moment he was picked up, taken in that Innova to an unknown location. The police not revealing much at this point. Going back to Ashwin to get a full download of the investigation today. Ashwin, the victims were questioned again and again and again, statements recorded again and again, their statements recorded in the court, they were produced in court. The seer was let off until this evening. Ashwin.
Doubt, we can say it with absolute no doubt, the way the investigation has gone forward. Why, sir? Audience coming. No. The way the information has Niranjan, I just want to bring the fact that there's been the relentless reporting that has led to this kind of a pressure. We have been seeing that the victims, the survivors in this entire case have been given multiple statements. They've been going on and off the court multiple times, and the seer was not even questioned. And this was raised multiple times over the day, and this. As a result of this, probably we can well claim that the action by the police has happened in the dead of the night yet again. In the dead of the night, I repeat, in the dead of the night yet again, making the media go helter-skelter with no information whatsoever. The right for the public to know where an accused has been taken is suddenly all miraged in some kind of a fancy charade where vehicles have been scattered, where vehicles have been scrambled in different locations, confusing the media vehicles, so that the actual location cannot be found. All this is happening right now. We will be definitely doing this hard task, as I earlier said, Niranjan. We will be constantly, we'll take this on ourselves to go to each of these probable locations from our sources to see and confirm whether there is a presence of the accused seer and when he will be taken to the magistrate as well.
Well, earlier, you know, at about I think 4 or 5 p.m. when we were live, Ashwin, you spoke to one of the JDS MLAs. That was a separate case. The former JDS MLA Ashwin, who claimed that the police perhaps knew the police did not act for over a month. These versions, obviously, the police never expected will come out, but that seems to have added a lot of pressure on the police in the course of our reporting.
Absolutely. There has been a huge pressure. I have to say that, Niranjan, we are getting this information again. We are just confirming this information yet again. We get from a second source confirming that this person, the accused here, is about 40 kilometers away from here. So we are planning to go there now, and it's important that we reach there in person and check. It is definitely a strenuous task. We will be doing that, but it's also gives us a little scope, because within this 40 kilometers when we go there, there's a possibility, there's a slight possibility that he'll be brought back and produced in the front of the magistrate during the early morning. So we have got a small window, probably, this is a small window where we could catch the accused here in the vehicle, in the spot where local sources have told us. But we are trying to track it, so we will definitely give you all the latest updates yet again, Niranjan, we will be bringing our viewers the latest edition, the latest updates very slowly and very, very carefully. We will be checking each of these venues and we will ensure that the story gets a proper closure.
You know, there are visuals also coming in, and we're getting in more and more videos of the arrest, Ashwin. And it appears, and we reported it earlier today. That's the video on the surface. You can see this here in saffron. In this particular video, you can see him walking, and that's the moment when he was arrested. He's seen walking towards the car, and seems like they planned this around the time when the media wasn't present there. Cameras at least weren't present, because most of these videos are amateur videos shot on camera, shot on mobile phones rather. Malavika Avinash is joining us on the phone line. Malavika, many people are asking whether the state government or the police rather should have acted earlier in this case. It's taken 7 days. Should they have acted earlier? Malavika.
The police has acted in accordance with the law, and the investigation was underway. The FIR was filed. Then subsequently various people were interrogated, and today they have indeed arrived at the doorstep of the Seer himself at Chitradurga, and following about 3 to 4 hours of interrogation, they have decided to take him into custody, and he will be produced before the judge very soon. I think the sessions judge, perhaps tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm not aware of how exactly they'll go about doing it, but for now, yes, he's been taken into custody, and we'll have to see how the investigation goes, what happens in the court of law.
But do you think your political party, your party leaders, Malavika especially, could have avoided the comments openly backing him, giving him certificates, calling it a conspiracy in this case? Because the police wouldn't have obviously arrested him if there was no reason, if there was no proof.
No, you cannot say. You cannot. Yes, the burden is on him to prove that he is innocent, because it's a POCSO matter. But one must understand that this POCSO law was made as stringent as it is today by the Modi government, by the BJP in the center. And therefore, it is but natural that people have opinions on the matter, and opinions are not the position of the party or of the government. The government will act in accordance with the law, has acted in accordance with the law. There have been people who have spoken on either side. There have been some who have supported the Seer. There have been some who have been rather vociferously, seeking arrest. So there have been all kinds of opinions. They are not opinions that are of the BJP or of the government.
I know. All three parties are, Malavika, in this case, one last question with you. All three parties in the state of Karnataka, at least the mainstream parties, including the BJP, the Congress and the JDS, at different stages, different levels of leaders have backed this year. Obviously, there must have been political compulsions to do that, Malavika, and you are a spokesperson of the BJP. But in this case, now, obviously, he's been arrested. But do you think people who are watching this story unfold, what is the message that's gone out to them? That parties that speak of justice for women, girls, I mean, there's no tweet from Congress party, that's fine, not expecting it. But the Prime Minister from the ramparts of the Red Fort spoke about justice for women, saying that women must be respected, must get justice. Yes, the arrest has happened, but the comments could have been avoided, was my question. And the message that's going out, Malavika, message from all parties.
See, I cannot speak for other parties. I can speak for only BJP. The BJP stands with the law of the land. It is the BJP which enacted this, like I said right in the beginning, this very stringent law for crimes against children was enacted by the BJP, was legislated by the BJP. Therefore, you have to give us the due for that, and we shall act in accordance with the law. I cannot speak for other parties. I don't know for what reason they are all keeping mum or they are all supporting the Seer. DK Shivkumar has gone on record and supported the Seer. So I do not know what is his political compulsion. However, I can only speak on behalf of the BJP, and BJP does not believe in any such compulsions. He is not above the law, be it a Seer or a politician or a powerful man, whoever, everyone shall fall in line and shall be dealt with in accordance with law. We are very clear about it. I think it's more than clear now with the arrest. You must know he's he's got a large following in Chitradurga. This is one of the oldest mutts of Karnataka.
I know.
This is very, it has hundreds of years of, this is one of the oldest Lingayat mutts. In fact, the first one to be established. So he has a huge following and so on and so forth, but the government has not come under pressure for all of that. The government has acted in accordance with law.
Thank you, Malvika Avinash. Malvika Avinash of the BJP there. Let me go back to Ashwin. As we stay with the first pictures of the arrest, the first video of the arrest, you can see in this particular video, he's seen entering the car. Tanveer Ahmed of the JDS joining us on the phone line. Tanveer Ahmed, your party leaders also, Tanveer, you may be saying something, but your own party leaders included have gone on record to back this particular Seer. There was an MLA from your party who went to the mutt yesterday, Tanveer.
Niranjan, it is not about party leader, party or anything. It is about the mutt. The mutt is absolutely carries a great legacy. He's the 20th pontiff of that mutt, and nobody can really deny the contribution of Muruga Mutt's contribution. Nobody can really deny it. But however, the charges from the day one, Kumaraswamy, my leader, everybody in the party was saying that the charges are very, very serious. And second, and very important part of it was, which we reiterated, political, especially a person of the level of Yediyurappa coming and saying that giving certificate to the pontiff was really uncalled for. You can really understand. Imagine the situation the police might be going through. The fifth most powerful man in the political system of India today, Yediyurappa coming and making that statement. But however, I, like everybody here in Karnataka, want the pontiff to come out clean, if at all he is clean. Otherwise, whatever law has to take its own course definitely will. But the charges are very, very serious. The girls and their protection is far more superior and far more important. So no political party should interfere now. That is what is the statement which was given from my party, that let law take its own course. Nobody should really pass the judgment whether the pontiff this year is guilty or not guilty. But however, Niranjan, I would like to congratulate your channel and many channels like yours who have really relentlessly, continuously taken, and this is the result which your channel has given, sir.
Thank you, Tanveer. Thank you. Thank you. We've been reporting, in fact, earlier today, former JDS MLA Basava Rajan, Tanveer, I'm not sure whether you know about his context to the case, but he said he got a call from the police 1 month back when these kids, these victims were at the police station saying that they called the mutt first and the mutt refused to help these children. And they called a former JDS MLA to come and pick up these children, raising some very uncomfortable questions. And no other channel has dared to show that story. And at about 7:45 p.m. the police went in, we broke the details of that. No other channel had a clue. Way ahead on that story. Ashwin, I'm coming back to you. What's the latest, Ashwin? Ashwin, do we know where he is? Looking at the security deployment being ramped up there, ramped up across Chitradurga. I have a poor line with you. I have a poor line with you there. I'll just try and fix that, Ashwin. I'll just try and fix that. But let's show you the pictures there. The video on your screen is of the Seer, Shivamurthy Muruga Sharananu, the head seer at the Muruga Mutt, the oldest Lingayat Mutt in Karnataka. Accounts for about 20% of the population of Karnataka, so that's the single perhaps most powerful religious body in the state of Karnataka, if I could say that. Security is being beefed up. We're getting in more pictures. Let's cut across to the pictures from the newsroom right now. These are first pictures coming in of security being beefed up, barricades being pulled out of trucks and arranged on the streets of Chitradurga as the top seer is arrested in Karnataka. I'm going back to Ashwin, joining us with the details, Ashwin.
Niranjan, there has been a scrambling of information that is happening. We are getting an information. See, obviously, he has to be brought in front of a magistrate. At this point of time, it is ideally in a magistrate's home. It should be done. Where the custody has to be marked. But which magistrate in town? All that is we are not yet got any kind of information. But what we see over here, Niranjan, is that there is a barricade that has been put up. The reason why this barricade has been put up, obviously we think that there could be some kind of a movement from the other side, and they do not want any kind of a crowd gathering of the premises. So we are trying to get those information. We understand that there is definitely once the medical examination which was done earlier, he should have been brought in front of the magistrate. So people are, as you can see in these visuals, people are waiting outside the other side of the barricade. We have moved in. We are also looking at the possibility of the Seer being brought, the accused Seer being brought over here. It's the time is 11:25, 11:27 to be exact now, and the movement of the Seer, the accused Seer, has happened in the night time, and there's absolutely been no transparency in the way this custody was done. The police has given us no kind of information. They're refusing to divulge more information about it. So we are here. We will be bringing you all the updates. We will also be checking the whereabouts of the other co-accused as well in this case. The other co-accused, which has been allegedly been absconding, is also to be brought in. We will be sharing that information also in the coming time.
Yeah, we have the police on record. In fact, we tried to ask them a few questions when the police was asked a few questions after the arrest. Let's play out the sequences. First, we'll play out the sequence of the police being questioned by the media, and then after that we have 3 videos of the moment of the arrest. First, of him leaving the mutt, second, of him being taken away in the car, and third, just as he was seated in the car. Three videos back to back, and the police asked some straight questions. Take a look.
ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್? ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬರ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್?
ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ.
ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್? ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ
ಸಾರಿ ನನಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ.
Will he be? What is the next? Where is he now? Where is he at the moment? Where is he now at the moment? So where is he at the moment? Can you tell us where is he at the moment? Will he be produced before the court today?
We will produce
before the judge. Will he be produced before the judge?
And that was the sequence. Let's play out the videos, the 3 videos that we had back to back. The first video on your screen is of the Seer being taken by the police, the moment of the arrest there when he was taken by the police, escorted by the back gate, from the back gate, and in this video he's seen at the back of the mutt. He's made to enter the car, made to sit in the car, and then taken from the back gate. And the media is stopped from shooting that video. Even though the police tried their best to stop people from shooting the videos, some amateur videos, people shot these videos through their mobile phones. So that's the video that was shot just he was entering the car. Now let's show you the second video. The second video was just as he was leaving the mutt. Let's play that out with the audio. I'm going back to Ashwin while staying with these videos. Ashwin, we still don't have the details, but as far as the legal procedure is concerned, what is the legal process now? We had details about the medical examination. Where was he taken and where will he be placed?
Niranjan, what we get to gather was that the doctor was brought into the mutt to have the medical examination, thereby evading the original rule of having the medical examination done in a government hospital and all that. So that part was completely done in-house is what we get to understand, what our local reports are saying. After that, he was supposed to be produced in front of the magistrate. Now, because of the time, I do not know, but he has not yet been produced is what we get to understand to mark the arrest. Once a notice has been given to him in the mutt, the medical examination was done in the mutt, and then he has been taken out. The ideal situation should have been that he should be produced in front of the magistrate, and that has not been done as far as we know. Now, the way the police has done this, remember Niranjan, when we were beginning the story on the day before the seer had spoken to his devotees, stating that he will be open to this kind of conspiracy that has been hatched against him, and he assured the devotees that he himself will go in front of the police. He will give all the information. There's nothing for him to hide. This was a statement made by the same seer, and today, in contrast to the complete non-transparent way the entire thing has happened, it certainly looks like the pressure has been built on him. He thought it was an easy rope that he had, that he could get away with some kind of a political clout, some kind of a political support that he had been enjoying. But relentless media pursuit, we have been reporting on the ground relentlessly without missing out any of the important details of the entire story. We have been putting pressure not just on the police, but also we have brought in a national attention to the entire issue, because of which the NCPCR also intervened. Some of the questions which were asked by the NCPCR itself, Niranjan, must have put immense pressure. NCPCR said they are taking a suo motu case. Number one, NCPCR said they wanted a copy of the 164 statement. Now, this is at a time when the local law enforcement over here was dilly-dallying. They were delaying it. Even after 48 hours of getting the statement from the survivors, the girls, they had not collected it, is what we get to understand. But when the NCPCR came into picture, they asked for a copy of it, then it would definitely mean that the police would have to immediately take action. They had to submit a report within, the SP has been given an instruction to submit a detailed report within 7 days, and what action has been taken. So it has been Republic TV's relentless pursuit to bring in information, to feed the information to public, the kind of clout which was built up around, the kind of stoic silence which has been done by some of the politicians across all the political lines. The entire way this whole process was going on, we have successfully demolished it. We have taken it out brick by brick. We have ensured that a person who's as powerful as somebody like him, who holds about 150 institutions, who runs such huge projects across the state, and some from a community which holds a deep influx into the political future of Karnataka. Such a person has now been taken into custody, and this is because of the relentless pursuit that we have done. Niranjan.
Yeah, Rahul Ishwar is also joining us on the broadcast, so I'm going across to Rahul Ishwar as well. Let's stay with the pictures. I'm staying with these pictures. Rahul Ishwar, you were on the debate. You were debating, asking for people not to cast aspersions, to judge. But let me tell you one thing, Rahul. Earlier today, at about 4 or 5 p.m., my colleague Ashwin was there, and no other channel has dared put this out. We broke the interview. Ashwin was speaking to the former JDS MLA, and I spoke to him myself in Kannada, and he revealed that it happened 1 month ago. 1 month ago, the girls went to the police. The police tried to call the mutt. The mutt refused to intervene or help. And the police called a former MLA because he was an administrator there to step in and help. Which means, essentially for 1 month, the cover-up was on, Rahul. And nobody can defend that.
Only one submission is there. Of course, it's a victory for public pressure, media pressure led by your channel. But 2 points have been cleared very clearly. One, this person Basavarajan has something to do with this. This has been told by us from the very beginning that Basavarajan is a player in this. He wanted to take out a rivalry. There has been a long-standing rivalry between these two people that was out in open. And he admitted to Republic TV itself that these girls stayed 2 days here. We are only saying two things. One, arrested doesn't mean convicted. He's arrested. That's the due process of law. We should all respect it. Especially his, anticipatory bail was supposed to come tomorrow, so it may not be here tomorrow. It may take some more time. The second point, 3.5 years of delay has happened. So let us have due diligence. Let us not accept anybody misusing POCSO law to settle personal scores. That's the only humble submission. And please remember, let us wait for the court's position on this. Let us see if there is any solid evidence or it is a flimsy ground. The Seer is a very well-respected person. Beyond politics, he's been accepted and respected because of his great work. That's the reason why both BJP and Congress are supporting him. It is not because he's a god man, but because he's a good man. No, I have been on your channel ridiculing Nityananda for his absolutely stupid statements, intensity and propensity kind of stuff. But Swamiji is a different person altogether. He has got standing, he has got credibility. So let us wait for what the court is saying. Let us be cautious. The only urge is let us have due diligence. The media has put considerable pressure. Of course, we all know, it is a result of media pressure too, but due diligence is something we all should have. And I would just like to conclude by just saying one thing. Just 2 months back, a person, Kendriya Vidyalaya's teacher, he was in jail for 7 years. Ram Chandra Tiwari of Lucknow. He was accused by a +2 girl of raping, impregnating and then aborting her. And at last it was proved that she was neither raped, she was neither pregnant, she was neither aborted. But he has to spend 7 years in jail. So let us not have miscarriage of justice. POCSO is important, but whether children are being tutored, whether it is from their shoulders somebody is taking revenge, we should have due diligence and we only urge caution. That is it. Lingayats are one of the most proud community we have. They are a very spiritual community, selfless community. It is because of their inner goodness, starting from the time of Basaveshwara, that they have become such dear to all community members. So we should have due diligence and respect for the law, and let us not jump the gun.
Nobody's jumping the gun there except for the politicians who jumped the gun to give certificates. Yes, Ashwin. Ashwin is coming in. Yes, Ashwin.
Niranjan, throughout this entire case, we have singled out we have completely differentiated between the immense charitable work this organization has been doing. We have, if Rahul Ishwar has right now stated that it is 3.5 years, 3.5 years, this one of the girls have been undergoing such kind of ordeal. Remember, Niranjan, even if we assume that one of the girl is 16 years old, 3.5 years, to a 12-year-old girl, can she know what her rights are? Can she understand between what is the power of authority over her? A person who is controlling 15 institutions, a person who controls immense infrastructure, immense number of people. Can a 12-year-old stand up against it? So we cannot brush this aside, saying that, of course, we know we have constantly, in fact, in our entire reporting, we have always stated he is a 21st pontiff of this mutt, which has got a tradition of 450 years. We have respected it. We have often respected this thing. We have stated that there is an immense work that is going on. But what we have singled out is a crime. Is an accused. He has been an accused, and he needs to come out clean. And that has not happened over the time. And that is what is something which we were picking up on. Because initially the sage had stated that he has nothing to hide. He will face the law openly, and he even told his devotees not to worry. But that was not what was seen. What we have seen was everything in hiding, and that is why we were relentlessly pursuing this case.
Yeah. But let me ask, Yes, Rahul Ishwar. Yes.
I would just like to thank Republic for one thing, especially Ashwinji's coverage and your coverage, that these two things were kept apart, because many other at least some channels were demeaning the Lingayat tradition. Please remember, Lingayat is one of the great traditions. This person has also done good work. Nobody is sure that whether he has done such a mistake, but I, in my capacity, would like to believe that he is innocent, because so many people have told such great things about him. So let us wait for the legal perspective. Yes, if he has done mistake, he should be punished, but at the same point of time, we are only urging due diligence, respecting and remembering his stature, his goodness as an individual, which is accepted across the board. That's the reason why in India you won't hardly see BJP and Congress coming together on many issues. So this is an issue which parties have come, and Basavarajan's role is suspect. I don't know what position court is going to take tomorrow. Maybe court will take into account all these things, including what you really revealed on Republic. I hope court sees this channel and understand Basavarajan's statement, the 2 days of the children, and especially Basavarajan and the police saying 1 month before there was a complaint. Where they're scheming, where they're strategizing, these are questions that should be asked. And please remember, Supreme Court's well-settled position is delay is okay, but delay should be explained. That is the well-settled position of Supreme Court, that delay in filing FIR is acceptable. But at the same point of time, some kind of explanation that is logical and appealing to a reasonable mind should also be there. So we are waiting for what is going to happen in court tomorrow.
Just one thing I want to add to what Rahul is saying, because Rahul Rahul has been with us on many such debates from another channel for over a decade. He's been coming on Arnab's debates and all our debates. That's one thing that we have done: distinguish the institution from an individual, and that's exactly what we've done here. Because he does not, yes, he is the head of this Lingayat body, but he does not speak for all Lingayats. Yes, this institution is great and has done a lot of community service for lakhs of people, and you can't fault the institution for it. He will face the law. Nobody is judging the community and never will. We're all very proud of what the institution has done, but in this particular case, I want to go across to Ashwin on that part. In this particular case, Ashwin, there are many questions that arise on a perhaps larger cover-up, that happened for maybe months together. Many, unanswered questions, loopholes in this case. So, of course, everything will have to be investigated now.
Definitely, Niranjan, everything has to be investigated. I'm sure the police has done its due diligence, because, see, a POCSO case being registered, and 6 days after, there has been no arrest. It is only on the lag end of the 6th day custody has been done. So what was police doing? We cannot assume for a minute that the police has not done anything. They must have done their job. They must have done, like how Rahul Ishwar had raised about this 2 days of the
Just lost your audio there, Ashwin. I just lost your audio. Let me put that question to you. Rahul, do you think politicians jump the gun? Politicians of all parties jump the gun by giving him certificates?
Let me be very honest regarding this. We all know politicians have their own interest groups. They may have acted. I mean, nobody is saying no. Everyone knows the clout of Lingayat community and the political power they have, the resources they have. Nobody is denying the ground reality. It would be foolish and blind for anybody to deny the reality. But the difference is, this person has, we have heard only glowing remarks regarding him, regarding the work. So it is not only because he's a God man, but because he is a good man. He as an individual is a good man. For example, you may remember, I had the great privilege to be in many channels strongly saying that Asaram Bapu, with all the necessary evidence, if he has against him, should be punished, or even people like Nityananda. But I believe this person's case is different. And you can see people like Ram Rahim going on absolutely a comedy show, making spirituality some kind of a comedy show. See, this person is a much more serious person, sober person, respected person. We don't know. But one thing I would like to point out regarding Republic coverage is, I hope court really sees this, because many important points that has been raised from both sides have been covered in depth. and especially the points regarding the possibility of the children, if they are being tutored. The delay of 3 years, that can be explained. This 1 month where they, who contacted through the police and who contacted them through the NGO, where the particular FIR was registered. There are so many glaring questions that need answers. We are nobody to say, I know I am the last person to create any prejudice against these young girls, but we would like to know whether these young girls are being used by someone else so that they can take out the grievance. As we all know, the nature of POXO cases, there is some kind of non-transparency or opaqueness regarding them. We would never get to know the depth of the details of these particular victims. So it is only through their statements, who are bringing them, what is being presented in court, and these things should be proved. And if tomorrow this person is proved wrong, I believe everyone in Lingayat community will stand together and say that no, we are ashamed of such a person. But if he is trapped, there is a responsibility of every community member, every broader civil society to have due diligence and think, let's say, how things are going on, because we have seen a lot of cases being filed like this. People are misusing POXO. And just 2 months back, court went on a POXO case saying that including principal, 8 people would have been arrested had there not been a CCTV. There has been gross abuse and misuse of POXO. That is one thing that we are being afraid. That doesn't mean that POXO rule should not be there. POXO should be there. Stringent provision should be there. But POXO's misuse should be filtered. I hope courts will also have that kind of due diligence before any particular position on this would be taken.
Yeah, agree with you. Let justice take its course, let the law take its course. I also have on the broadcast Mr. G.B. Patil. G.B. Patil is the National General Secretary of the Jagateka Lingayat Mahasabha. Mr. Patil, he's been arrested. You were on the debate and you've been speaking for the last few days. Should he have made himself available? Could all of this have been avoided?
I'm really not the happy or anything, because it's this is very, I can say, black spot to a Lingayat Jangama as such, because Jangamas, we are supposed to put them in higher pedestal, and unfortunately this particular case has happened, and so-called Seer has been alleged that he's a rapist and all, and he has been arrested, and one way the girls, what they are supposed to get, they have got now. But in future, at the same time, they should prove the case. Otherwise, the girls will be in a deep trouble, because whatever they have said earlier, they have to stick to that. And one more thing, through you, I would like to request the judicial authority as well as the investigating authority. They should work according to the inner voice. Their inner voice is different and outer voice is different. Outer voice, always they listen to the politician and the house. But inner voice, they know what is the truth. They should work accordingly, and they should bring the culprit to book. I am neither happy nor this thing, but it should not have happened. Being a Lingayat Jangama, he should not have done this, since it's allegedly. But even allegation should not have happened, because if there is something wrong, then only things would have taken in this way.
But Mr. Patil, to many people who are raising questions, calling it a conspiracy, they call it a conspiracy until this evening. Obviously, the police has done its investigation. We are told that the questioning was on till from 7:45 p.m. Do you think the police dragged their feet on this case?
The conspiracy theory is different, and this POSCO case is different. I don't know why they are just mixing these two. Since day one, I have been advocating, they are not supposed to do, because the girls they have alleged that so and so has raped them, and that the FIR has been registered under POSCO Act, and this is totally different. And this is between the administrator and the seer. That is a different case, and that case doesn't have any authority with this. One thing, they are just saying that Mr. Basuraj went to rescue the kids. That time, Mr. Basuraj was the administrator of that murder. Around 21 months back or so, I don't know exact date at all. When he went and collected the kids, he was the administrator that day. That is why they have just called him. Police have called him. Otherwise, they would have called either Seer or other administrator. But he was in the chair. He must have been in the chair. That is why he was called. And moreover, it is a question of the protecting the interest of the mutt. Not only that, in the judicial, whether it is it's proper or it's something has happened. And it's the first duty of the person who has spent almost 20, 30, 25, 30 years in that mutt. He is supposed to protect the interest of the mutt. He has done that. He has brought the kids to his house and kept them for 2 days. And they have explained, probably they must have explained what has happened. Then things went, things taken place like this. You know, this is not the one day. This is almost some 30 days. It's 30 to 40 days it has happened.
Because, Rahul Ishwar, who's also on the panel right now, he believes the role of Mr. Basavarajan, the former JDS MLA, who, by the way, who was live on Republic, he was live with me earlier today, and I asked him a few questions. He claimed he got a call from the police a month ago, and the police asked him to come and help these girls because the mutt was refusing to help. So that's his version. Of course, he will be investigated. He's being investigated. But what's your information on his role, and how would you respond to people like Rahul Ishwar who are questioning the role that he played in this, in helping the girls?
I just ruled out the conspiracy theory here. As far as I am concerned, what he must have thought is that it's a question of a prestige of the mutt, because he has taken he served the mutt for 30 years or so. One will definitely feel bad about something going wrong. He must have visited that police station. He must have brought the kids to his house, and he must have solaced the girl. And whatever why we are giving a judgment that he has only conspirator and he has coaxed the girls to file a case. It's something different. We don't know, because anybody, if there is a property dispute, they cannot just ask them to. They cannot just see their own seer to go to jail. I don't think, because they could have taken, because Lingaites are not that hard people. They are just very soft people, educated people. And I don't think it has happened, because we are not like Biharis or, so I'm just sorry, North Indian people. We are very soft in the heart. And
sir, be careful, sir. Sir, be careful, sir.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
Be careful, sir. Be careful, sir. On national TV, I think I object to that. I object to that.
I'm withdrawing that. I just wanted to say that we are not hard as like others.
Okay, you can. But yeah. All of us. I think that could have been avoided. Yes. Yes, Rahul.
We all Indians are very soft, and one of our softness is because of the great Basavanna or Basaveshwara, who PM Modi rightly said has inspired democracy in India. So we are all soft, but only one submission to Patil sir, as outsider and as a law student. Normal people outside, can we be blamed if we are having a suspicion? Because when 2 days children is staying in a home, it is natural for outsiders to have a suspicion whether they are being played. And we have been hearing of such kind of a tiff inside the mud, a power struggle going on. So it is natural for media, a section of people, to suspect that there is some kind of issue between them that needs to be solved out, and this person who is an ex-MLA and a politician is taking out the revenge. So please understand, people from outside, our suspicion that whether they are using these children is there. I don't know whether it is right or wrong. Let the courts prove it. But that kind of suspicion is natural for outsiders.
I think you think of other side also. If it is one side, if you are thinking like this, it may have happened. If you are thinking the other side, he must have done good to the mutt also. He must have solaced the girl. He must have brought them to the place, and he must have given the courage to the girls and not to go to the police and all that. That must have also happened. Who knows? Because Seer is saying that he was a conspirator because he wanted to shave his skin. That is why, because I don't know. First of all, POSCO case has this thing registered, and he should have cooperated with the police investigating authorities, and he should have stepped aside, saying that I'm sorry, the mutt is not mine or anybody. It's a trust. I am trustee of all these days. From today onwards, I'm not a trustee of this, because people have lost trust in me. The girls have lost trust in me. They were saying Appaji, they have lost trust in Appaji also. Then he should have relinquished the mutt, rather than he was holding the mutt to save his own skin, which is not there in Lingayat philosophy. Lingayat philosophy is totally different. It is a sacrifice. Even we are not even one roti also. We are dividing and eating. This is our culture. And why Seer is hellbent on sticking to the guns and sticking to the butt? This is what even right-thinking person like me felt bad. He should have said, okay, somebody has alleged and I have not done the mistake. Okay, let law takes its own course. And if something is this thing, okay, let them arrest me. He would have said that. What was the necessity of creating so many 6 days, avoiding the arrest and all that? Here, until today, he has not said he has not done that crime. He was only saying conspiracy. But he has not said, even today, he has not done that crime. That is very, very, very interesting. Am I right, sir? Since you may be following, I don't know.
Just hold on to your thoughts there. I just want to bring in, before Rahul comes in, I want to bring in my colleague Ashwin, who's been reporting live from Chitradurga for the last 5 days before I lose the signal. Ashwin, do we know the location of the Seer? Until now, the police completely tight-lipped. It's an extremely sensitive case in Karnataka. Politicians suddenly have gone silent. Where is he being questioned? And what next?
Niranjan, as I had earlier pointed out, about 40 kilometers away from Chitradurga, we have got a source confirming that the Seer has been taken there. So we are actually driving down 40 kilometers at this point of time, trying to go check till the Innova which you have there. So this is the arrest is just the beginning, is what I feel, because we have been carefully following the updates. When did the Republic Network start taking this to the next level? When the Seer said that he was open to face the law, at that time we just reported it. But when he stated that he's ready to face the law, and what followed was completely contrary, that he was not even ready to face the law. There was, in fact, a cloud of protection that was clamoring on him as the day went by. That is when the media picked it up. That's when we thought that this needs to be brought out. And that is when we thought, like, giving all due respect to the organization and all due respect to the great Lingayat fraternity which has built the movement over here. All that is due, but the action that we expected from a Seer who was accused of the crime, he could, if his hands were not dirty, he could have come and faced the law. He had, in fact, stated it during one of his satsang. And that was reported. Even in that satsang, he said there's a 15-year-old conspiracy. He had openly stated that. And we had reported it also, Niranjan. But what followed was complete that he was sitting at his own mud. Politicians were bickering, politicians were following, politicians were giving statements, and all this led to the media to take it upon itself to put pressure. That is where we are today, 6 days after. Even though in a POXO case, there is the police has been doing a lax, the work of the police, there has been a certain slow degree of pace. It needs to be stated that it is only because of the pressure that we had consistently put in that has led to this kind of a development in the story on the fag end of the 6th day. We can say it's in another 3 minutes, it's going to be the 7th day. So we can clearly say on the fag end of the 6th day, this has come to this kind of a conclusion. And this is an important mark also, that nobody can hide under the political clamor.
To Rahul Ishwar, and then we'll thank everyone. Rahul Ishwar, should politicians at least now just stop, pull back?
Only one thing, people like Yediyurappa, as we know, he's a great Kannadiga leader. At the same point of time, he's a very energetic Lingayat leader, or even D.K. Shivamurthy, who's a very respected, very pluralistic kind of a leader. These are people of great stature, everyone respects. When they take a position, we should not merely say it is for the vote banks, because as we know, even Lingayats consider ethics higher than politics. That's a well-settled principle of all the spiritual communities of India, that ethics is higher than principle. So people were naturally having suspicion whether a saint of such a stature, will ever get embroiled in this. And along with that, this power tussle and tug of war was also there. But yeah, let's see what happens in court. And I appreciate Ashwin's and Republic's relentless coverage, even so late into midnight. It was due to media pressure that the case acquired such momentum and energy. Hopefully, courts will see it in comprehensiveness, see the merit of the case, check evidence, follow due process of law, listen to the natural justice of both sides. And we would be eager to see what the court is saying. I don't know whether they will take it up tomorrow, since the anticipatory bail might be infructuous and it is coming tomorrow, but somehow or the other the Seer will be presented. So it will be very interesting what position Honorable Karnataka courts are going to take.
Okay, Rahul, Ashwin and Mr. Patil, thank you for joining us on this broadcast. The last 7 days, relentless coverage on Republic. Debating it for about 4 nights straight at 9 p.m. and he's now been arrested. Our coverage continues from Chitradurga. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen.
Amity University in London, accredited by Quality Assurance Agency UK and licensed by the Government of UK, offers MBA and BBA degrees at its central London campus. Embark on a global career with a globally recognized UK university degree. To apply, visit amity.edu/London.
Seema Patra is a BJP leader, not a small leader. Someone who is on the National Working Committee of the BJP's women's wing. This BJP leader has tortured her domestic help brutally.
Seema Patra has finally been nabbed by the police. She was arrested late last night. This, of course, after Republic TV's continuous campaign. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has reached the UAE on a 3-day visit. He will be holding talks with his counterpart from the Gulf nation, Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed, and review comprehensive strategic partnership between the two countries. An encounter broke out in Bomai Sopore in North Kashmir's Baramulla district, where 2 terrorists affiliated to the Jaish-e-Mohammed, the terror outfit, were neutralized. During the encounter, a civilian was also injured. He was immediately rushed to the hospital. His condition is said to be stable.
Aam Aadmi Party MLAs are protesting here and raising their voice up against the operation of this.
In Patna Museum, to maintain law and order, police personnel resorted to lathi charge.
Now, after Republic TV exposed Bihar's Minister Kartikeya Singh, who had allegedly was facing kidnapping charges, he has now resigned from Bihar cabinet. Earlier in the day, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar had changed his portfolio from law. Amid the political potboiler in Jharkhand, a cabinet meeting is scheduled for today. 5 out of 31 ministers who had earlier moved to Raipur have reached Ranchi. More ministers are now likely to join in.
ನೋಡಪ್ಪ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ
ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ
ಸಾರಿ ನನಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ
Will he be? What is the next? Where is he now? Where is he at the moment? Where is he now at the moment? So where is he at the moment?
Amity University in London, accredited by Quality Assurance Agency UK and licensed by the Government of UK, offers MBA and BBA degrees at its central London campus. Embark on a global career with a globally recognized UK university degree. To apply, visit amity.edu/London.
Now, after Republic TV exposed Bihar's Minister Kartikeya Singh, who had allegedly was facing kidnapping charges, he has now resigned from Bihar cabinet. Earlier in the day, Chief Minister Nitish Kumar had changed his portfolio from law. Amid the political potboiler in Jharkhand, a cabinet meeting is scheduled for today. 5 out of 31 ministers who had earlier moved to Raipur have reached Ranchi. More ministers are now likely to join in. Prime Minister Modi will inaugurate the Science Conclave at the Science City in Ahmedabad, Gujarat on the 10th of September. Science and technology ministers of all states, administrators of union territories, senior officials of various ministries, departments and CEOs of 100 startups are expected to take part in the two-day conclave. As the investigation in West Bengal's cattle smuggling case intensifies, the name of another TMC leader has now come under the CBI's radar. The CBI, while looking forward to making a major breakthrough in the case, conducted massive searches and raided 62 properties across the state.
News from across the country. Prime Minister is set to embark on a two-day visit to Kerala here. The Prime Minister will reach Kerala at 4 p.m. Prime Minister will also inaugurate the Petta Tirupani-Thara stretch of the Kochi Metro at 6 p.m. Notably, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan and Governor Arif Mohammed will take part in this function. The UP government has issued instructions to all district magistrates to conduct a survey of unrecognized madrasas by 10th of September. The survey team will include the SDM, BSA and District Minority Affairs to crack down on illegal madrasas in UP. In another development in the horrific Dumka murder case, BJP has alleged PFI role. Kapil Mishra has said that PFI link with Shah Rukh and the accused brother need to be probed. Two JEM terrorists have been killed in Sopore encounter. ADGP Kashmir Vijay Kumar reportedly news confirmed by the ADGP of Kashmir. Reportedly, one civilian has also been injured in this encounter.
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Yes, viewers, I'm getting it. It's on your screen right now. We are hearing that Shivamurthy is being arrested. I'm breaking away for a while from this news broadcast. Our guests, please stay on. This is big news coming in. The news has been coming in. Shivamurthy has been arrested. Initial inputs coming in. Going to get our reporter, going to get a news desk. It's confirmed right now. Ashwin is joining me. He's outside the MUT, viewers. This is a big victory for Republic. Non-stop campaign. Your channel has been leading this campaign. We've come under a lot of attack from powerful people supporting Shivamurthy, the 64-year-old accused of rape. Ashwin is with me. Ashwin, can you confirm this? Ashwin.
Arnab, it has been confirmed that the Seer has been now taken out of the mud in a very discreet way. The media was waiting in one gate, but he has been taken off
this is huge.
to another gate, and we are trying to chase him right now.
Your location right now. What's your location, Ashwin? Ashwin, what's your location right now? What's your location?
Yeah. Arnab, we are right now at Chitradurga.
This is huge, viewers.
We are trying to track the movement of the vehicle because we got an information that even the doctors were brought in to the mud for the medical examination of the accused Seer. And here we are on the road at the highway trying to track. We have got an information that the vehicle has moved in a certain direction in the highway. So we are just following it. We are closely monitoring where the Seer will be taken, whether he will be taken to the Chitradurga Rural
First breaking here, viewers. This is breaking here. This is huge. This is massive, Smita Prakash. This is a victory for the media, and it's a defeat, and it's a lesson for the politicians who thought they were so powerful they would take on the media when we were questioning. It is a lesson. The politicians should be ashamed of the way they've conducted themselves in protecting this man. Smita, big story today. Top Lingayat Seer Shivamurthy has just been arrested. I'd like your take on this developing story.
I am still waiting for confirmation from my team, so I will. What I have heard is there is some activity, but it's not been confirmed whether it is the Seer who has come out or what. But there is some kind of an activity, not confirmed, says my reporter. But if your reporter is saying that, then I think it is quite a big story which has happened. Yes, you are right that he has a lot of political clout, so I'm sure it will cause ripples in the political circles as well.
Absolutely. Now, viewers, this is big. Is he being picked up or arrested? Going back to Ashwin. Ashwin, are you there with me? Going to try and get a live feed from you on this developing story. The moment we have a live feed, viewers. Yes, we have a live feed, and he's live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go live to the pictures out there. Full frame. That's Ashwin. Ashwin is on the chase right now, and he's following the car. Ashwin, I can see you there. Let's go full frame, Aditi, to that. These are the first pictures coming in from location on the ground. Ashwin is following the car. The Seer Shivamurthy has been picked up. Ashwin is coming out of the car right now. Viewers, it appears we're getting a visual from the spot. Ashwin, can you hear me? The camera is moving around. There's a little bit of traffic. I don't see there's some policemen around. Ashwin, I'm getting your feed. Are you hearing me? Parts of the media following the chase. There was an attempt, Ashwin was saying, to take Shivamurthy from the back door so that his being picked up or arrested. And the police are speaking. Let's see what we're hearing. Are we getting an audio track? Ashwin.
Arnab, we are getting this information that the Seer has been taken to the DSP's office. We are going to go there right now. We are trying to track it. So we are getting out to the car right now.
Get into the car. Continue live.
Following where the Seer has been taken.
You continue live. This is a developing story. We continue live. Ashwin, keep talking about it, because while the camera was moving, we were not getting a full sense. And there are one reporter, he was picked up. You're saying you're the first reporter in the country who said he's been arrested. You keep moving so we don't lose the visual, but tell me once again. I can see you there, and maybe some other media persons also with you on this chase.
Yeah, as you can see in front of me, there is a police vehicle. We are getting an information that he has been taken to the DCP's office. We are trying to track the whereabouts, but what we get to understand is that the doctors were brought into the mud for medical examination, the usual procedure before the marking of the arrest. So a notice has been served, the medical examination has been done. From there, whether he has been taken to the police station, or whether there has been some kind of a health ground that he has cited, or whether he has been shifted to a hospital, all that is little uncertain. But we are, as you can see in front of me, you can see two police vehicles which is there. We are trying following it.
Is he in the car?
We feel that
is he in that vehicle?
We feel that there has been. We feel that. No, he's definitely not in that vehicle, but there is a kind of a system this police has deployed in the dead of the night. They have decided to take him into custody is what we get to feel, and there is a kind of a distraction that is being created.
No, the police is trying to slow you down. The police is trying to slow you down. The police, it seems, is sort of blocking the road so you don't get close to that car. In which he's going, in which Shivamurthy is. That's the sense I am getting. What do you think?
In the sense, like, there is a kind of a we feel.
Yeah. Please continue. Continue. Viewers, that's...
Arnab, what we feel is there is a scrambling of the different units of police. So we are trying to get from our sources also while speaking to you. We are also calling our sources to see where he has been taken. We are getting initial reports that he has been taken to a government hospital. That is one thing. So
why?
Perhaps
Why to a government hospital?
Like most of the
why is he being taken to a hospital?
Getting into a hospital. Yes, this is some.
Why to a hospital? If he's under arrest, he should be in a police station.
We are yet to confirm it. It's a kind of a local. Yes, absolutely, and that is.
We have shots of the arrest, viewers. We have pictures of the arrest. Pictures coming courtesy News First, Kannada News Channel News First. Ladies and gentlemen, Kannada News Channel News First, member of the News Broadcasting Federation. Breaking news there. First pictures, we are getting in some grainy pictures. I don't know if you are seeing Shivamurthy there on those visuals, but moving in fast on the story. This is the moment when he was picked up. Now, whether he's picked up there, he's being taken. I can see an Innova on the move, ladies and gentlemen. An Innova is on the move, and he's being taken in an Innova. And maybe he's been arrested or picked up, taken to a hospital. Remember, viewers, his anticipatory bail application comes in tomorrow. This could be a preemptory move. This could be a preemptory move by the Karnataka government to make it appear that they've questioned him. Now, they could be questioning him. Alternatively, fearing arrest, he could have gone to hospital because he may be scared that he could be arrested if his anticipatory bail is denied, given the national outrage over this, because it's looking very difficult for this man to get anticipatory bail, given the fact that he's got such powerful connections. And if he's denied anticipatory bail, and if he thinks he's going to be in jail tomorrow, then possibly he's doing this, landing up in hospital number to avoid being in jail. Maybe that's a possibility. I don't know if Ashwin is live with us yet. Those pictures are there. Ashwin is still patched. Ashwin, what's the latest? Have you got any latest from your sources? Yes, Ashwin.
Arnab, we are
over to you, Ashwin. His visuals. Ashwin, yeah.
Arnab, we are getting the breadcrumb that he has been taken to a government hospital. We have yet to confirm. The only thing that we can do to confirm the same is to actually physically go there to the hospital and see if there is any kind of the jeep or the police jeep presence in the surrounding. But nonetheless, we are taking this task hard on. We have been monitoring the situation from the ground. We have been giving this information, minute-to-minute updates on what was happening on the ground. So we will physically go to these places, the probable places where the Seer has been taken. It could be a hospital, it could be the nearest police station, but it remains sketchy the way the police has
government hospital.
We are getting on our way to the government hospital, Arnab, to check whether he is here. So we are physically going there. It's a long, strenuous effort. We have 2-3 locations in mind, but we have to physically go there because right now what we know is that with a single unit we have to scramble. We have to physically go and check and confirm and verify where the Seer is. But the hospital is one location where is ideally likely to be taken. But we will be giving you the further updates on this once we confirm the location, once we see the Innova that you had rightly pointed out where the Innova has been taken. We will confirm it physically. Back to you.
He was taken from the back gate. Stay on there. That's back to the feed that we are getting of the moment of when he was picked up. Shivamurthy has been taken out of the mud from the back gate by the policemen, which further proves the fact, Smita, that the policemen even now are trying their best to help him. I mean, he's not getting VVIP treatment. He's been given, I would say, presidential treatment here by the cops. The police should be really ashamed of themselves, the way in which they're making themselves so responsible for his comfort and for his welfare. If he's taken to a hospital a day before anticipatory bail plea is finally heard, what does this mean, Smita?
Arnab, as you're well aware that, it's a political hot potato. So, no political party, as you rightly pointed out in your earlier debate, no political party wants to take a hard line because of the prominence that the Lingayat community has. And it is going to stoke a lot of flames. So whatever they do, whether it is to arrest him, whether it is the bail, whether it is he's being taken to a hospital, any of these steps that are going to be taken by the government is going to be done in a very systematic and very calculated manner only after, law enforcement forces are in place to see that inflamed passions with regard to his being arrested or being taken to the hospital, he doesn't seem that he's harassed. I understand that the sentiments will be very strong on this, that, you know, he's accused of something which is a heinous crime. So many people will say, what nonsense, you know, he should be brought to justice. But the point is, sometimes these passions get inflamed and law enforcement then has to deal with it. So whatever steps are being taken, law will take its own course. He will be put behind bars if he is guilty, but they will ensure that there is peace and there are no riots as a result of this action which is being taken.
Okay,
as you rightly pointed out in your earlier debate, that it is shocking to most people that, you know, political